Hello everyone, welcome back to the tutorial. Chill vibes today. No, I'm kidding. So, after you beat 1000 Heartless, instead of going to get Rumbling Rose, we're going to go straight left to Port Royal. We don't need to do any of Beast Castle yet, so we're going to do all the worlds in one sitting here. That's not my YouTube voice. So, we're going to head over here. This menu is going to change if you had Follow the Wind on for 1k, which, like I said, I do recommend it because I think it helps. Like, there's definitely some fights where it'll help. It doesn't help, like, super often, to be fair. So it's up to you if you want to do that or not. But sorry, so if you did have Follow the Wind, you would put on Hero's Crest there. So what I like to do, what you can do is YOLO a Blizzard and just, like, mash. And that, see, it worked out because they all got hit. But sometimes this won't work. So what I do personally is I change targets like that and then I Blizzard. So you can do either or. Like the one that I just, if you YOLO with the Blizzard, then there's a risk of the right pirate not getting hit and then you lose time. Doesn't lose that much time though. Oh, I didn't change the title. Let me do that. Okay. Going to Grim Reaper 1 as per usual. And now, you can use an Ether in the start of GR1 to get more damage in. It's not really necessary in my opinion. So there's actually there's a fight that's kind of variable between runners. There are a few ways to do it. So I like to start with an air combo. I generally jump attack like ASAP, like pretty much as soon as possible while still getting an aerial spiral. Now I kind of move to the right because if he swings at the beginning, you're able to get a you're able to still stagger him out of it, and it's actually pretty good. But if he moves right, then you can still do it. You don't want to hit that many hits of aerial spiral, you just want to hit the last one. Because each flinch you do adds to his flinch count. Like, these are things that you probably would learn for other speedruns. But after this air combo, you want to reflect if he retaliates. If he doesn't retaliate, then you have to use Blizzard. It's random if he does either, so just watch to see what he does. It's good if he does that. Now we're gonna do all our Blizzards here. Oh, I forgot to swap in. Okay, so you meant to swap in Donald in... I'm not sure why Donald wasn't swapped in there. It might have been because of the end of Barbosa. So if Donald isn't in the party, you need him in the party. Which, it's not hard to swap him in here. But just make sure you have Donald in the party. Now we're going to do a slide dash into Blizzard, and then do a finisher into Comet. So what happened there is that the Scythe has a big hitbox, and the hitbox pushed me away during the slide dash. So I didn't get the damage I wanted there. Because it completely whiffed. Because it got sucked in. His Scythe was in the way. Like, his Scythe has a hitbox that blocks you, but it doesn't take damage. So it's annoying, but it's fine. We missed out on some physical hits, but we started Comet. Now we're going to do air combos on him during Comet, like you would on critical mode. Okay, I mistimed my triangle press. So if he teleports away, because if you mistime your combos, because that is entirely timing, if you can catch him between your air combos. If you miss one and he teleports away, you can just go straight into Comet Rain. Look at where he goes, and then Comet Rain next to him. So this is just, again, this should be similar to other categories. And then do combo to get as much damage as you can. And now we're gonna go into Master Form. Now we're gonna use, I like to use Blizzard right off the bat. You just start with Blizzard, and then use all of the Blizzards that you can before running out of magic. So right here, that's our last Blizzard, and now we're gonna go into finishers. Now look at your drive gauge. Here I have to revert manually, but you're gonna want to look to see if you have to, because sometimes you don't have to. So the second, you're gonna revert before the end of the finisher here. Like this. Now we're gonna start Comet right away. Okay, my bad. I mashed out the button for Comet, which you should not be doing. Because what happens there is that Trinity loads in before Comet. So if you do that, then you're going to press Trinity first. So I usually wait until I see Comet show up. So let's retry this fight here. Can you please give me some advice? What advice? For what? Okay, so you gave me the same RNG here. Oh shoot, sorry. Don was not in the party. I don't know why I did that, actually. Don't even look at that. Didn't happen. It's not the strat. Okay. So this is more so what you should be doing. Like that, okay? That's how that combo is supposed to go. Now, when you do it, timing these air combos, you should look at my input display and see when I'm pressing the buttons. It's really hard for me to explain the exact timing of how I do this. It's something you have to learn. So, like, I press triangle... Like, pretty much, I press triangle right before I pause here. So, like, right as my second finisher is coming out is, like, when I press triangle, I think. And then I do an attack and then triangle when I'm doing my area spiral on him. Oh, sorry, I did that wrong. You don't want to use Comet Rain like that. You want to wait for the teleport and then do it. So, ideally, you make sure you never have that happen, because that will use a lot of damage. Like, it's probably still salvageable. But you lose out on a ton of damage there. So reacting to if he swings or not. So do this combo. Yeah, so right here we're not going to do the triangle press because we did enough comets. This is because we started Comet on the ground finisher. So you're not going to have a triangle press at the end right here. And so this last air combo is going to be it. And then you let him teleport away. After he teleports, you do Comet Rain. You have to see where he is. Sometimes he'll be like on the stairs. And that makes it really hard to get there in time. But you have to just watch to see where he goes. And then like I try to stand pretty much... Now the positioning here is like hard to say because I think people have different methods for it. I stand like right next to him. I kind of want to be like slightly behind him, I think. And that usually gives me good comments. But like see, this is the issue, is that he got knocked away from it. So that's like unfortunate RNG. But the Comet Rain is completely positioning based. So there is a way to like make it consistent. It's just very, very hard. But it's fine if you miss damage there, because we can still kill him. So right here, I have to manually revert. And now we just do the same thing as last time, where we do the air combos during Comet. And as you can see, like, even with the missing damage from the finisher, we still have plenty of Comet, and like we can kill him just fine. And like if worse comes to worse, if you missed up the air combos on the beginning of the fight, that's okay, because you can get the Comet Rain damage here. So you have a ton of extra damage. So don't be worried about the damage really. Like it's basically as long as you get at least some air combos in the beginning, or you get the finisher damage, then it should be okay. Like he should, as long as he takes some amount of damage from the Comet at the start, you can probably make up for it. Now we don't grab Peter Pan anymore. You can if you want, and you can use them on Saix and Experiment to save a lot of ethers. Yeah, you would save a lot of ethers. I think you would save like 4 ethers if you grab Peter Pan for those 2 fights, but it's pretty slow, so you should know the Peter Pan strat. Like, you literally just mash air combos, and then they can't break out. So just keep that in mind. If you want to use Peter Pan for ethers, then that's totally fair. Now we're going to equip Horizontal Slash, and then Guard Break up here, and keep going. So if Grim Reaper went really badly, which it will happen sometimes, you might have enough drive for Genie here. If you do, then do Magnet's Master Genie like you would on beginner mode. I think it's on beginner. Otherwise, you just do this. You do Thunder, 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 Magnet. Now, it's actually... I think if he does... So if he does an attack, sometimes he'll attack. If that happens, I believe you should do a whiff hit and then Thunder, Thunder, Thunder to get 2 Thunder finisher damage. And then you can do a Magnet on the next combo and then Trinity to kill him in time. Otherwise, you can just do this. So most of the time you're fine doing this. Just that sometimes it give you bad RNG, and you can kind of make up for it. Alright, continue. I mean, you don't have to do critical mode. If you don't want to do critical mode, then just don't do it. Jordan, my advice is if you don't want to do crit, then just don't do crit. There's no reason to force yourself. Alright, so first gambler here. We're going to do the same strat because as you can see, we don't have 3 drive yet. If you do have 3 drive, then you could use you could use Master Genie Magnet here. To kill this gambler. It saves a little bit of time, but it's a little bit risky because your drive gauge might be pretty low. So just keep that in mind. Either way, like, it's probably safest to just do this combo regardless. And then summon Genie. And now we're gonna do some Genie looping. I don't know if you're... be prepared to learn Genie looping, because you have to do a lot of it in this run. Alright? So I do a 2-hit into a leap to break that box. And then I do a full combo with 2 finishers, like that. So this is all to set up the position, so that when we go into our Hori slash looping, we can knock him to the load zone. But as you can see, I knocked him backwards, so it was actually horrible. I mean, it's fine. Like, I could kill him back here. It just loses a bit of time. As long as you kill him, it's whatever. But I'm gonna try to retry it here. That's Luxord, Trisha. Luxord always appears there. No, that's in randomizer. This is vanilla game. In the vanilla game, Luxord is here. In randomizer, she's in SP. Alright, so 2 hits into finishing leap. Like I said, I do 2 finishers. Other people do 1 finisher, I think, potentially. You can watch what other runners do. This seems like a good spot. So now he's going to be knocked back there. Like, what I look for is that usually if the gambler is, like, directly on the wall, as he was back there, then it's probably a good spot for when I'm doing the Hori looping. So you see, it's good to kill him at the load zone like this. But again, it doesn't really matter that much where you kill him. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you die here, you restart before the first gambler in, like, these series of gamblers. So if I die in this fight, I only have 1 medallion and I get put back, like, at the very beginning. So just keep that in mind. Dying here is bad. You don't want to do it. Now, sometimes this guy will do the minigame if you don't catch him in time, because you want to catch him ASAP. If that happens, you can do Sonic Rave on this thing like this, and that will stagger him, which is pretty sick. So if he has super armor, you can stagger him that way. But otherwise, you want to start your combo like ASAP. So I'm actually gonna re-enter and show you what it should look like from the beginning. So we just run in like this, and then do this. So I try to do it ASAP, but see, I didn't catch him in time, so you can do this. And that saves it, except that I'm dead. Okay. I think I was too slow on my limit. Let's try again. Don't apologize, Jordan. It's fine. I don't know why you're scared. Everything's fine. Chill out. It's just a stream. Yeah, so the angle was pretty good there. Like, it still worked out pretty close to the load zone there. So right here, it's kind of awkward because he was climbing up there, but I tried to start my combo as soon as possible. I'm gonna see if I can get this. Hang on. Okay, so yeah, that works right there. My minigame strat might be a fraud here. So let me try it. Let me see if I can get the minigame again. I didn't realize I would kill you. It didn't kill me before. Okay. It's not gonna do it. Yeah. It looks like my minigame strat is a fraud, so I'm just not gonna... I'm gonna cut that out, probably. I thought my minigame strat was good. I'm not sure how I got caught by the minigame. Maybe I was just too slow.
Let's go.
I just wish you could force RNG. If this happens, it's fine. Like, see, we're still going in the right spot. Also, watch out. So you don't want to break these boxes because these guys can kill you pretty fast. He does a lot of damage, so chill out. So watch out. If you break a box, just be aware that the pirates can kill you pretty fast. Also, that guy can shoot you, so just avoid that. I didn't mean to die. Probably the best thing to do is just to straight up use Genie Limit. When he does the minigame without going to the ledge first. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. So if this guy does the minigame like this, then I'd recommend you just do the Sonic Limit right away, just like that, to prevent it. And that should cancel the minigame so you don't die from it. And then you can just go straight into the looping after, like this. But if you do it fast enough, like if you do the air combo fast enough, that probably shouldn't happen. I think that pretty much never happens if you're like really fast. And now Grim Reaper 2. So start with the Blizzard. So this is gonna be the same as every other category. Slide dash into 2 thunders. Reflect at the right time. Honestly, I used to Blizzard him because I've died to him attacking me before. So like sometimes if you don't Blizzard and you go straight here, then he'll throw his like scythe at you and it can kill you, or at least put you to 1 HP. So it's a little bit risky to not Blizzard in my opinion. So you can do a Blizzard, summon Genie. Now, you want him to be positioned right. Like he's in a weird position because his side is to me right now. Well, you want him to be positioned like facing you, I would say. And now, you have the Genie loop all throughout first phase. Like this. An issue that's gonna happen is that you're gonna horizontal slash too high. Like as you hori slash, you'll be raising yourself up, and you might go so high up that you whiff. And if that happens, this is incredibly hard. You saw me do it earlier, but you have to change forms, and then do an aerial spiral, and then do a horizontal slash, and then keep the loop going. So that's how you can like prevent that from happening, or save it if you're going high. So let me show you again. I will say that if you Blizzard him, so hang on. So I'll point out that if you don't Blizzard him after the Thunders here, he's actually in a better position for this. So like he's in a good spot right now for my genie looping because I don't have to worry about him turning around or anything. So the way I do it here is that I try to be under his lock-on, and then this should never, like, I should never go too high now because I'm like, when I start the Hori Slash, Sora was like below his lock-on, the lock-on on him, and that positions you right so that you're able to do the loop, no problem. But if you do the Blizzard and you end up, so what happens is that you're like too high up. So right now I'm pretty high up, or he's moving with me, but sometimes you'll be too high up. What you can do is an area spiral like this, and then a Hori Slash. Like this. It's like that saves it. And it's not too hard to do. But it does take some practice, so that's something you should learn. If you need it. Can you play the first one? I mean, I have in the past. What makes their mouth burn more, hot or spicy? I mean, if your mouth is like literally on fire, then that would probably burn more. Yeah. Like steaming hot water. Hey Louis, it's going alright. So use a Blizzard here. And so with the Blizzard, the positioning is going to be weird. You can probably still do this. So like, I might go too high here. Oh no, it looks fine. Oh, I mistimed it. It's not easy to do the genie looping. So if you're not aware about genie looping, I'm pretty sure you should be, but you do every time you switch Genie's form, it resets your air combo, so you have 2 hits of your air combo before the finisher still. So you want to do a Hori Slash, and then do another Hori Slash, switch Genie's form, and then do Hori Slash, switch his form. Because the reason you have to do 2 before switching his form is because the entire form animation of him changing forms doesn't allow you to change it again. So you have to wait for the first Hori Slash to be over to change it again. And like different players have different methods of this. I like to press up on the D-pad to do it. But after you get through first phase, which is this HP, I do a ground combo on him before reflecting because it gets the most amount of drive. But you want to make sure you have enough time to swap out Donald like this. Because if you don't swap him out, then he's probably going to die here. And that's really bad because you waste a potion. So swap out Donald here. Reflect this. The timing under reflect can be a little hard, but you can get it with some practice. Now make sure you have enough magic for 2 thunders here. That's really important. And now do 2 thunders, and then they're going to swap in Donald right here. To cancel the thunder animation. So we canceled the second thunder animation. Now we're going to grab the medallions, and now where he teleports is completely random. And see the attack he's doing right now? This attack is impossible to freeze him during. And if he does it on the box, then you are completely screwed. So what you have to do, like he can sometimes teleport like right here and then just do this attack. This attack is also a one-shot. You just die. So what you have to do, like right now I have no magic because I blizzarded him before. But what you would have to do is probably throw an ether and then blizzard him, like when he's open, like that. So if that happens, so like in the situation I was in, I could have put them in the chest because you can do this pretty fast. But I'm just warning you that if he is like directly on the chest, then you'll have to blizzard him. You're not supposed to use an ether here in this fight. So now we start with Comet. And okay, so this is what I do. But I'll teach you a different method after, because this is the hard version. So I do 2 finishers here. Hold up, I did this wrong. Let me redo it. Why doesn't he kill you, dude? No, you didn't, Jordan. I mean, you just didn't. How old are you, Jordan, by the way? How old are you? Oops. Okay. Not sure how Donald died there, actually. What the heck? I'll be 14 on March 9 soon. That is pretty damn young, dude. I mean, that's extremely, that's too young to be in chat. Oh no. Okay, so here's what I do. I do Comet into the combo here, and I do 2 finishers, which is a relatively new addition. And I do it like this. Okay, so on the last combo here, though, I think it's better to only do 1 finisher or not even do the finisher so that you can position it correctly to do the Comet Rain. So I did the Holy Slash really slow there because I paused. But that would have been a pretty good, like, that would have definitely transitioned. That would have been a good fight right there. Like, that would have been a good phase 2 if I had done the Holy Slash faster. So that's how I do it now. That's not a great way of doing it. No, they're not, Matt. I don't think they're that hard. Like, you have to do it. I do it on GR1 as well. But I really don't think they're that hard at all. I don't know. I don't know why people find it hard. Because I think KBM and VG don't like it. But I just, like, you can try it. I think you should try it yourself and then let me know. Alright. So, the other version that you can do, which is a lot safer, is to do a Blizzard into Flash Strip or Slide Dash into Finishing Leap, and then you start to Comet, like this. And then you can do a single finisher, because you don't need both now. And now you just do this. So, when you press triangle, you should know this from other categories, I think, but when you press triangle, what I do is I roll my thumb from X to triangle when I'm doing the finisher, and I do the same thing if I'm doing 2 finishers. So I think the timing from me is the same. So like I'll do, instead of pressing triangle here, I would press it after the next X press if I was doing 2 finishers. But for 1 finisher like this, do this, and then I jump spiral into I jump spiral and then triangle is how I do the timing on the Comet there. And then that is enough damage. So that makes it pretty easily if you don't want to do the 2 finishers. You could do that into the double finisher thing, and that would probably... You probably wouldn't need much Comet Rain at all. But yeah, Donald's gonna die here. So what you can do is swap him out if you can do it in time. But Goofy dies in like 2 or 3... I think he dies in 3 hits too. So just keep in mind that it's easy for your party members to die here, and you have to potion them if they do. So I'd recommend you potion them after, like, around here is when you want to potion them, because if you do it earlier, then they're gonna die, like, after you potion them. So it can get really, really scary if both Donald and Jack are dead here, because you don't have much time to potion them at all. You have to set up the potion much faster than I did. But make sure they are potioned. You can stand up here, go into Master right when he slams down. You can go Master slightly earlier. I think the Master form... pop isn't really that strict on the timing, so you could probably go Master earlier to be safe, because that will kill your party members. And now we just do Thunders here. We want to delay the Thunders, of course. So here's the thing to keep in mind. The reason we have Follow the Wind on Master form is because Follow the Wind is a longer Keyblade, and so when we're doing the Thunders, it'll hit Grim Reaper and knock more MP orbs out. It's actually not helping us in grabbing the medallions, because draws don't matter for these. The other thing to keep in mind is that I'm pretty sure, now I'm not positive about this yet, but I'm pretty sure that the reason you have to delay your Thunder is because the game doesn't spawn any more medallions when you do one Thunder. Like, you have to grab some before you can spawn more. So that, just keep that in mind as well. I think it's good to know that that's why you're delaying it, to grab medallions first. And, oh, I did an extra Thunder by accident. So if this happens, it's fine, just Blizzard. But don't do that last Thunder. He had 0 medallions. You should know, it's the same as other categories. Now we do Comet. This one, it doesn't matter what you do before. Just start Comet. You can do 2 or 1 finisher. I'd find 2 finishers better because it lines this up. Like, if one finisher, you have to do Comet Rain, which makes this a bit more annoying. Actually, you don't have to do Comet Rain, but you have to get, like, extra damage from Aerial Dive. If you're, like, you have to damage amp some of the hits, I'm pretty sure. So it's a little bit more difficult. I also dropped my combo. It's fine. So if you do 2 finishers, at least on one of them, I think it's gonna make it line up better. But I think you get the idea of that fight. That's actually one of the harder fights, I would say. Like, Port Royal 2 in general is one of the hardest worlds in after 1K. I would say it's like probably the hardest world. At least in saving time. In terms of like dying, you just have to worry about GR2. Usually anyway. Alright, now we go to Halloween Town. I like to have Don and Goofy in my party, and then I also like to put Jack and Goofy to Sora Attack. You don't need to have Goofy on Sora Attack. The reason I like it is because he'll mess up the kids in the Lock, Shock, and Barrel fight. So he'll like push them around during the fight, and it makes lining up the presents a lot harder. So just to be safe, I put them both on Sora Attack. The reason that Jack needs to be on Sora Attack is because he can mess up the dance call in Present Collection as well. So like these aren't exactly like necessary, but they make everything consistent. Otherwise it'd be random. So definitely do that. And then take off Comet, put on Duck Flare. That's it there. Now, oh right, I didn't start my timer at the right time. That's fine. Alright, so now, at the beginning of the fight, you want to immediately lock on and then press Magnet. No, it's not met. Where did you learn that from? I think everyone does Dance Call now, right? Like, maybe Crystal's the only one that does Genie. No, I think KBM does Dance Call too, yeah. But no, we do Dance Call, because Genie sucks. I think Genie's a scam strat. I was actually practicing it, like I was messing with it. I don't know. I think it's like random. I think it's not consistent. But it is faster if you can do it. Like if you can do Genie every time, then go for it. But I think that it's a scam. Alright, so in this fight, you want to immediately lock on as soon as the fight starts, and then do Trinity. Do Magnet Trinity. So the Magnet timing is actually important, because if you do it like frame perfectly, then if Lock runs away, you'll still catch her. But that's really hard to do, and it's fine. If she does run away, so she didn't run away this time. If she does run away, then you just do Ultimate like this. And that should be enough damage. If it's not, look for her, and then you can do like a side dash right when it ends, and that'll be okay. And then we just do this as normal. And now we want to swap, during that last present RC, you want to swap out Goofy for Jack. I didn't do it in time. That's fine. We can just do it right here. And now what I like to do is preset Dance Call when I'm quick running over here, because we'll be using Dance Call in the next fight. I completely messed up that quick run. But the movement is not important. I mean, I'm not teaching the movement here, really. Only some of it. Alright, so at the beginning of the fight, I just use Reflects. Now, so if he does the slow attack, like the jump attack, if you time your first Reflect well, you don't have to Reflect again, but you can just Reflect twice, like that. And then you want the Reflect to hit all of them. What I do is I actually move around, so I'm moving like in circles to grab all of them. And then when Jack comes in, I move backwards like this. And what I'm trying to do is like get them all into the dance call. And then pretty soon after, so like I did it a bit late here, you want to do triangle. And then after triangle, I press triangle again, which goes against all of the dance call principles, because this puts Sora on the bottom. And when Sora's on the bottom, it's far easier to grab the presents. Like that. See, I actually grabbed it during the attack. But yeah, so I do 2 triangles in that fight. And if you do it right, then that should happen. You can also get the animation skip, which requires you to end the limit when you have 3 presents and you grab the 4th, like during the limit. It's similar to the other animation skip in Halloween Town. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Neither should you. If you do it that way, there shouldn't be much risk of the enemies. Here. Actually, I can't really show it here. There shouldn't be much risk of the presents going to the graveyards. If the graveyards do grab a present, then you have to probably finish the limit. Like, you might just want to die, honestly, at that point, because it's going to be insanely hard to recover it. But if you bring them backwards, like, that's why I move backwards, is because the presents will land, like, farther back, and you have more time to grab them. So, I don't find it hard to grab the presents in time. You just have to... another thing you have to look out for is that you kill them all at the same time, because if you kill like 2 of them, then the graveyards will spawn early, I think. Or like if 1 is alive. So you want to kill the gargoyles, or whatever they're called, the wyverns, at the same time-ish. Now moving on to present minigame. This is completely RNG, don't worry about it. One thing I will say about this minigame is that you never want the kids to knock presents away. Like, that is the worst thing ever. Because you're making the RNG minigame skill-based. So, like, as soon as he comes out, you want to get him. It takes 5 presents to kill the kids. So, you should just, like, learn the timing of when they pop out and then do it. Sometimes I purposely, like, waste my presents like this, because I know shock is coming soon. So instead of, like... trying to, because you can't reload until you have under 5, so I actually purposefully waste my presents so I can reload sooner, so I have more presents to hit shock like this. So like that's what I do here, because then you also have to hit lock right after. So usually when shock comes out, you have to hit them both. So I have this whole like system built up for presents, and that will make it like at least so that if I lose time, it shouldn't be my fault. And so we saw Barrow there, but it's fine. Just slightly bad luck there. Hey, Globe. Alright, so this fight's actually not going to be too hard. I'm going to show... I can show 2 ways to do... We'll see. So, start Duck Flare right away. Just start Duck Flare as soon as you can. You have a decent amount of time to start it, so don't worry about it. You want to get damage amp on that dive, like as much as possible. And then, I'm doing an RC here to be safe, but you can actually just end Duck Flare, like, instantly. You just gotta be a little bit careful, because depending... So, you see how he got his arm? His arm got destroyed here or whatever? Like, that body part right there will parry you if you do an aerial spiral. So if you get parried during the aerial spiral, then you lose out on damage, and it makes it a bit harder. Just keep that in mind. The nice thing about this is that you don't have to guard here, but you have to guard that attack. most of the time. Just depending on what body part is broken off, because it's random. Now you want to just do this as soon as you can. You break, like, as soon as his body part is back, you want to do a finisher. Knock him apart. Quick run away. I move back here. Guard it. This is so that when we do the RC, that we're facing... Our back is facing the head, which we'll put them together. And what you want to do here is quick run as soon as you can, and then jump, attack, ASAP. So you want to be doing this like while he's invulnerable. See how my first hit him while he's still invincible? You want that to happen like ASAP, because then your horizontal slash will stagger him. Because you don't want him to... you can kill you right here if you're not fast enough, because he'll attack you before you get Hori Slash out. So you gotta be very fast on that attack right there. I was pretty slow there, so that was a bit risky. You wanna be really faster. And then I also preset limit form. So we're gonna do one finisher. We're gonna do one finisher. Let's try it again. Oh god, why did you dance Scott? So the cool thing about Dance Call is that he doesn't break apart, period. So it actually saves time in that sense. Like, see, he just insta-breaks. Fun facts. Alright, so that was a much faster air combo right there. And so I was able... See, I was doing Hori Slash like while he's still invincible. I just do that ASAP because I don't want to risk getting hit by him. Then we do one finisher, and now we go into limit. I actually delay my limit slightly, just because his revenge value will probably be high right here, so he wants to punch you usually. But you can do it ASAP. I think if you do two finishers, you definitely have to delay it. Just be careful that you don't die right here, because he will one shot. He'll do two, like he does the 1-2 punch, and if you get hit by both, then you're dead. So as soon as you do limit, you want to do infinity, and then use Giga Impact. And that might get you to level 2 limit, depending on how many limits you've done so far. If not, then you still have a chance of getting limit form to level 2 on Roxas. Potentially on Riku, but it's unlikely. Maybe on Axel fight. So there's a few places you can still get level 2 limit. And if you don't get it at all on the whole run, it's still fine. Like, you don't actually need it for any strats. It's just kind of like a safety thing. And after this, what I do is I jump and reflect. I really delay this reflect a lot. So if I was closer by, I would be delaying it more, because here I had to walk a bit before doing it. But the way I get the reflect to go off is by delaying it a ton. So I kind of jump and then wait until I'm at that height, and then you reflect. So like I timed that pretty well. Get the reflect damage. And then I do combos here. I find this to be actually pretty hard, because you have to do triangle presses. Like, the triangle presses are random depending on what rockets hit him. So doing it during your air combos is like a little hard, I would say. But it's kind of similar to Comet. And now I actually ended it early. I usually wait until limit gauge is like about to run out. So I'd recommend you wait as soon as you wait as long as possible before ending Duck Flare, because you might not have enough damage. So I do have enough damage here, but if you delay it, if you do it too fast, then you probably won't have damage. Or you'll still be tight. Now, when I started the Duck Flare, instead of doing the reflect, like if the reflect whiffs, then you'll be much tighter on damage. KBM and VG now, I think, do a thing where they start Duck Flare straight away and do an air combo instead of doing the reflects. And they try to damage amp the aerial dive. That works okay. It works well, but the problem is that it's pretty tight. So you can do it either way. I find the reflect to be safer. Let me see if I can find VG's, if VG did it in record. Oh, here we go. Wait, he's live, man! Does an absent shadow appear here? In Halloween Town? No, I don't think so. You got VG'd? What does that mean? I gotta keep my voice down. Can I call the run death if by accident one of my teammate dies? No. Oh, if Donald's dead, you just cure him. Like, potion him. Not sure what you mean. Okay. Sorry, so I was actually incorrect about how this goes. See, VG does this thing where after limit form, revert, and then you do an air combo, and then he starts duck flare. It seems he started duck flare after either the first or second Hori Slash. I think it was he was trying to do a finisher, I believe. Yeah, okay, so he dropped his combo. You're supposed to continue the air combo during the duck flare, I believe, anyway. Don't quote me on that. So this is a different way of doing this. And then his damage, I feel, will be quite tight at the end. I think this might be fine. Okay, it was fine. So you can do it that way if you want, if you don't want to do the reflect thing. I think this is like a second or two faster. Alright. Moving on to Agrabah. We want to swap out Aladdin for Donald here, so that we have Wisdom Form ready. So I don't go Wisdom Form until you're in this room, because if you get a Bulky spawn here, then going into Wisdom Form will destroy all the tents. But it's totally fine if you don't. It's totally fine if you go Wisdom in the room before. You can just use Blizzard on the tents, and if you don't get Bulkies, that's also fine. You can just use Blizzard here. So the other thing to keep in mind here is that if you Wisdom in this room, you have a chance of getting Anti-Form. And if you get Anti-Form and you don't get Bulky Vendors, then the movement sucks because you have to move all the way around here, like this. So that is like the worst case scenario. To avoid that, you can just go Wisdom in the room prior. But it's really personal preference. It doesn't matter that much. Just look out for that. So I look at my party members on the right side, so that when I go into Wisdom, I can see if I got Anti or not. And don't worry about your Anti points. It doesn't matter. If you go Anti or not, it doesn't matter in terms of your Anti points. Now we go here. Not really, Matt. The only place you can do another form is before Jafar. You can go Wisdom on the way there, because that is technically, I think VG timed it. He used to do it. He used to do it for a while. I don't know why he stopped, but I think it saves like half a second or something. I'm not sure, but I think it's silly. I think that's why he stopped. But anyway, so this fight is up for debate in the community because some people can't do this strat. So let me show you the easy strat. I believe the easy strat is just you do Magnet Thunder, and then you can just kill these guys. I still messed it up, but you can just do Magnet. Hang on. So the really easy strat here, this uses an ether, which I don't really recommend, like if you're new to the category, because you might be low on ethers. You can just do this, ether. Like this worked out fine. It's like just use Magnet and Thunders with the ether, and it's like pretty easy. I don't recommend it because it uses an ether, but that is like far easier to get than the other strat I'll show. So this strat, I like to wait quite a bit at the start, so I move backwards towards the wall, and I wait for him to auto-cluster up. So I'm moving downwards and backwards. And now I wait for them to cluster, and you see my lock-on is on a Rapid Thruster next to me. That's good. And now I do the Magnet. They're pretty high up, so my leap won't hit them. That's fine. I just do 2 Hori Slashes if I need to. And then we have to do another Magnet because of how late that kill was. But if you have to do another Magnet, it's fine. Because then you can just do Magnet, Reflect, magnet, and then this will be fine because you can do another magnet. You don't have enough magic for reflects on these guys, so you just have to reflect the magnet again and then do an air combo like this. So like that is the worst case scenario, is that you have to do another magnet on the bats, and then you have to do an extra magnet on the fortune tellers like that. And you can kill them with air combos, like I said. Like that would have been fine. What's supposed to happen is that we do this correctly. We hit them. We do one Hori Slash. Now the bats get sucked in. You want to delay this reflect as much as possible. And you also want to delay your magnet cast as much as possible. I'm not sure if that matters, but I do it. So I didn't do it correctly, but that's okay. Even if you get hit, it's fine. Your goal is to not get hit there. And then that magnet is supposed to suck in these guys, and the reflect is meant to kill those bats as well. So that's like, if they don't die to that, then you have to kill them first, and then cast another magnet. And then off of that magnet, they'll attack you. You just magnet and then finishing lead. So that's about how that strat is meant to go. Ideally, you don't get hit by the bat attack, but either way, it's fine. You can also do two reflects to prevent that from happening, I believe. It just might mean that you can't do the last reflect on the fortune tellers, and you have to do the other strat where you just use a magnet and do air combos. It's easy to die there if you lose all your MP and you have fortune tellers alive. So I would recommend that you just play it like safe and don't cast magnet too fast. Like make sure that your magnets are catching everything. Hey Postar. Also, don't be afraid to use an ether there. Like if you're gonna die, using an ether is fine, because there are ways to save ethers later on. It also depends on your route, however. So now this fight is the same as other categories. You just move backwards, use a magnet, leap. Ideally, do one Hori Slash, and that kills everything. Do another magnet. I like to I don't want to be too far down because I find that it makes the reflex a bit harder to do. Because like, see how he floated down pretty far? I find that to be a bit sketchy. So just like make sure that your height isn't too bad. Throw an ether. Now this guy might do the slam attack. If he does, you have to reflect twice, like this. And then you just do the combo. You can do 2 Horis and then a finisher, which is the safest option. You can do 1 Hori and then 2 finishers, which works too. Hey, Zero Huzz. Hope you're doing good. You never practiced Agrabah 2, man? So switches are switches. They should do the same. Except that this guy can kill you. So if you don't despawn these guys, then watch out for that icicle. Like this icicle attack could kill you. So just watch out for that. So all that is the same. You get a 42 and be happy. If you get a 42, then you can give yourself a pat on the back because 42 is nothing to scoff at. You cannot get money during this escape, so there's no point in worrying about how many heartless you kill here. This is just a break in the run. Obviously, don't die here. But the enemies don't give you anything. Just purely an auto-scroller. Grab the puzzle piece for fun. I don't mind either, Caustic. I play with X. I probably prefer Circle, but it's such a minor preference that I don't really care. Preference? I said preference. Spacey. I blame you, dude. Hey, Spassy. How are you doing? Minor spelling mistake. Glad you had fun, buddy. Glad you had fun, bud. Fun, bud, fun. Buddy, old pal, buddy. Buddy. Pal, fun, mate. Anyway. After Carpet Escape, you just save warp out, and then save warp back in one swoop like that. Now we just go over here. And now, this beginning combo is actually pretty hard to time. But I'm pretty consistent at it now. It's just a timing thing. I don't know if I can really explain how to do it well. So like, around here is when I'll start the slide dash. I might have been late. Yeah, I think I was late there. If you get hit like that, though, it's completely fine. You just you don't aerial recovery because that takes too long to land on the carpet. So you just land and then you do another slide dash combo, and it's fine. That's totally fine right there. Then we're gonna go straight up and just do air combos. So I actually flew really high up, which might be a bit sketchy. So what you do is 3 air combos with 2 horizontal slashes and 2 finishers. So you basically do a maximum air combo on each one, and then go back down and do the RC. We're gonna do the exact same combos. So this is a pretty, like, honestly pretty easy fight. It's only bad if things go wrong. The one thing to look out for is that right here, it's easy to whiff the second finisher. In fact, I whiff it probably like 50% of the time. It's not a big deal if you do. So like if you whiff the finisher like that, that's fine. I think the best way to get it to hit is to either delay your combo a ton so that it hits like when he's coming back up, or you do it like ultra fast. I might be completely off on that because I know I delay my finisher sometimes, and I think that helps. But I'm not sure. Either way, it doesn't matter if you whiff it, so just don't worry. Just make sure you hit every other hit. So reflect this. Then we're gonna do a blizzard into a finishing leap. Then do Spyro into two Hori slashes into a finisher. Now that is supposed to break the stomach. The problem is that I didn't hit all my hits in Spyro. I think I either hit 1 or 2. So let me redo it. If this happens though, you can just hit it. You can just do 1 tap and then it's fine. But let me show you how it's supposed to look. I mean, doesn't Sora win because he's already won? Like, isn't that what you do in KH2? No? Okay, so that was the correct timing right there. Do you see that? Oh, I was too slow on the next combo, though. So I'm actually timing all these inputs for the air combos, because I think that's the quickest if you can time it well. So I'd recommend that you practice the timing on timing your inputs here, because you want to get like near frame perfect inputs. But I mean, it's not a big deal. So another thing to look to, like, if you want to get the extra finisher damage here, you can also like move lower down. So see how I'm like lower on the head now? Just to have a better chance of hitting it. But see, I whiffed. So I delayed it. Oh no, I did hit it. So yeah, like if I delayed the finisher a bit more, it would have been like really easy to hit that. So that's usually what I go for. But I think if you're fast enough, you can get it regardless. So reflect into Blizzard. Okay, let me keep messing this up. This combo doesn't matter too much. What do you mean, no, John? I'm also delaying the second hit on my first slide dash, by the way, to get more slide dash damage. So that's exactly what you want right there. Like, that's the combo I do. And that you probably have a better time if you study my input display and see when I'm pressing the buttons. What are you coping with, dude? That was really late. Okay, so reflect. I moved downward before I did that. Oh my god, I keep messing this up. I need help. What do you mean you don't know? You said you're coping. Hope Seed. So I like to move pretty high up also when I'm doing these air combos, because right here I have a lot more travel time to hit the carpet, so I'm landing and jumping higher each time, which makes it like, see, I didn't actually get the RC, so I don't like doing it that way. I like to go like a much higher up. I want to be like level with the lock on, just about. So that's how I do that, to make sure that doesn't happen. I find that to be really risky. Alright, so after this combo is done, move down as much down as you can to get to level with the stomach. Reflect Blizzard into Finishing Leap. You want to hit all 3 hits of Aerial Spiral, and then do 2 Horror Slashes, and then the finisher. So if you hit all 3 hits of Aerial Spiral, which you're supposed to do right there, then that will guarantee that the finisher does enough damage. Otherwise, I believe you're under damaged by 1 hit, which isn't a big deal. Now we just move up and then do the combo again. See, I am super low. This is gonna be hard. If you're scared, like if this situation happens to you, I would just do 1 finisher on the last combo and then take the RC. So if I did the second finisher there, I'm not sure I would have had time. So like you can play it safe because you have extra damage. You don't have to worry too much about it. Even if you missed the finisher from before, you would probably be fine still. It would just be really sketchy. So right here you can just do like a hit blizzard or just a blizzard. But yeah, you have extra damage. You can miss some damage. Not a lot, but you can definitely miss some. So if you need to miss a finisher to be safe, to grab the RC, then I would do it. And like the stream, you get to watch Jafar's sexy chiseled abs. Let's go to Boston's last words where my meme has infected you. I think I read that already. The toast today was peanut butter. Do we have any peanut butter in the chat? Alright, going into Beast Castle 2. So we haven't entered this world yet. I pre-menu to Trinity when I'm going to Parlor here, because you're going to go to Parlor to activate the save warp. Pre-menu to Trinity so I can do the combo here, so I can do the Magnet Trinity fast. Swap out Donald for Beast. Make sure you have Goofy and Donald in the party. I jump forward and to the right, and target like this. So I didn't actually move that far right, but I think this will work out fine. So that's how I do it. I jump in that direction, and then I do target and magnet, and I do it around that timing when, like, I've about in this position, and that usually works every time. If they survive, then just go catch them and kill them. It's really scary if they have a lot of health because they kill you really fast. So if you die there, then it's unfortunate, but it's at least a pretty fast death. The way I did it there should be fine. Now we go Wisdom Form. It depends, JMLU. The general rule is no, they don't. Like, most of the time. Alright, so in that menu right there, we don't do anything. You just leave the menu right away. Oh, sorry, you do something. In that menu, you make sure to down a Goofy on your party. You don't want Beast in the party, so you just put down a Goofy in the party, and then you leave the menu. And now we're gonna enter this room. We're going to immediately lock on and do a magnet, and then we're going to summon Genie. And now, if he's not Master Genie, then you're gonna jump, change his form, and then do the limit like this. So that keeps them all together right there. And now, right here, you can quick run this way to be a bit safer, but I usually quick run like this way because I don't want to be in the way of the Dragoons when they fall down. Then I do magnet limit. The only problem with doing it past these bars is that they can get stuck on like the pillars. So watch out for that. If they do, I mean, it's not a big deal. You just have to kill them. But yeah, so this worked out fine. Now I'm just gonna do that manually. And now we have 2 magnets, so we can use 2 magnets if we need to. The quickest way to do this is just to jump straight at him and then do a magnet limit like this. And then hopefully the guy on the right will usually get sucked in, but the guy on the left might not. So he's probably gonna survive here. And sometimes, so if you don't hit them all with this, then it's fine, because I could do another magnet limit if I need to. Or you could just do bash. So bash is usually what you would do. But you should have enough Genie left to handle them. Now we're going to dismiss Genie and prepare ourselves for Xaldin. So I usually enter my limit menu now to make sure that I'm on Duck Flare, just to be safe. Alright, so now take a deep breath. You're on Xaldin. Hard fight. So this initial Duck Flare is hard to time because it's not the Duck Flare, it's the Aerial Dive. You want to Aerial Dive him at the beginning when you start Duck Flare. So what I do, so that was like the timing. If you do it too early or too late, I believe, you'll potentially get a flash step or a slide dash. You need to get Aerial Dive here. You also want to damage Amp as much as you can off of that. And now you're gonna do 2 horizontal slashes, use Rocket Flare, and then do 2 finishers like that. So now Rocket Flare is gonna hit him. Now I'm gonna hit him during the Rocket Flare to try to get damage Amp. I did it really late there, but that's okay. I do another Rocket Flare, and I do a dive, spiral, and 2 finishers. So now there's a lot to explain here. So these 2 combos can vary a bit depending on if he does a swipe here instead of putting up his Wind Guard, because we've learned recently that if he swipes here, it's complete RNG. So right now he Wind Guarded, which is good luck. If he does a swipe, you have to do like an aerial spiral real quick, like this. And you probably want to press triangle to make sure your limit gauge doesn't run out. But if he does the swipe, then you want to hit him again, and hopefully the next stagger will make him do the Wind Guard. So you gotta watch, and if he swipes, then hit him as soon as you can. And now we're gonna end the limit. His next phase starts at about half a bar here, and you cannot hit it while he's doing the Wind Guard, because if you do, then he will guaranteed jump, and you miss out on a lot of damage. Like, the fight is pretty much over at that point. You're probably the best bet is probably just to die and retry. So see right here, like it's not 2.5, it's probably like more like 2.4, or sorry, it's probably like 0.4 bars, not a half, because see I'm below half, and this worked out fine. If you do too much damage there, then he's gonna jump away and the fight is over. So you want to delay your damage so that you start doing damage. So you want to delay your end of duck flare so that you don't push him past the barrier during the wind guard. And now we're just gonna do Spyro, dive and Spyro damage amp, along with finishers, to get him about below 3 bars. If you get below 3 bars, then you're fine. And now in this situation, instead of jumping, he can also do the swipe again. If he does the swipe again, you can use the RC, or you can just wait. And I'll show off what you do in the swipe situation. But otherwise, with good damage, we just run away. Now, you want party members to die to the attack here. So, you see how Donald died? I'm fine now. As long as one of them dies, it's fine. But you need to make sure at least one of them die. And then I like to quick run away, because quick running gives you more distance. Then go limit form when one of them is dead, because if you don't wait for him to die, you'll get anti-form. Throw a potion on Donald. Now we're going to revert. And you want to be in the middle of the bridge right here, because otherwise you get pushed to the corner when you do duck flare, and that will miss out on a lot of damage. So you want to start this in the middle, like this. And then I use the audio cue, the like grunt he does, to know when to press reflect. Otherwise you can do 2 reflects, like I used to do. But either way, we do reflect, and then target and do jump. And now we're gonna start duck flare when we're at 5 jumps here. So this is when I start duck flare. Now we're gonna do 2 more jumps. Now right here I do X and then triangle, like that. And then we do X and triangle again when 2 jumps after that. So we're doing 2 RCs during the duck flare here. Now this should keep him staggered, end the limit. And then I do Spiral Hori Slash and then end the limit there. I ended the limit before the Hori Slash by accident there. But you want to do either of those 2 things. And now, see, our damage is perfectly fine. It might have been a bit tight. But you want to kill him with this duck flare. If you're on the wall, then you'll miss out on a ton of damage, and you might not kill him. If you don't kill him... Like, see, I didn't kill him. I could have done Hori Slash to kill him there. So make sure your last hit is a Hori Slash, because he'll take all that damage, no matter what. He won't break out. But if you don't kill him, then it's fine. So if he gives you jumps, you can just use jumps to kill him, and that's easy enough. If he gives you the DM, then what you want to do... I can show it to you. Let's see. So if he DMs, let's say he doesn't die and he DMs. First of all, guard all of that attack right there. You want to throw 2 ethers and then potion Donald after this wind attack. So now we can potion Donald. And then you just use duck flare like this. He's vulnerable now, so we can just duck flare like that. So that's what you want to do if he DMs. But ideally, if you do everything right, he won't DM. A lot of it depends on the damage you get before he jumps away after the first duck flare.
Over and out.
Alright, so let's go through it again. So 2 finishers, I do a Spyro right here. See, I did a flash step, which is fine, that's fine. And now, I'm doing a triangle press to get a bit more damage in, because I'm a bit worried about my damage. So like, see, that's good damage right there. That's pretty good damage. And he didn't give me the swipe this time, which is good. The swipe is pretty rare, but it can happen. Get all the jumps, run away. Donald died, which is good. I'm in a good spot right here. Nearly forgot to go limit for him. You do have plenty of time. Start duck flare. So right here, see, that's what you're supposed to do on that limit there. Watch out for your limit gauge. If your limit gauge is gonna run out, like, see, I cut it really tight. If you need to, you're gonna have to end it sooner than that. And then you want to do an aerial dive into a spiral, and then 2 finishers, and then do a dive into Hori Slash, and that's gonna be your combo to kill him in this fight. At the end there.
Where's the fun in this? Please, stop me.
So again, he didn't give me the swipe that time. Okay, see, so I cut it really close. Like, I think his next phase is like right here, right about here. So that almost got early jumps. If you get early jumps, like I said, the fight's kind of over. I just cut it pretty tight there. And so this damage is like pretty tight as well. I didn't get a lot of damage, but it should still be enough as long as we do the rest correctly. And so his next HP gate is right here. If you over damage, let's say that you play it extremely safe and you over damage, then if you get too much damage on the previous duck flare, then if the reflect pushes him past this amount of HP, he'll DM right after reflect, and you can't even do this combo. So that's something to be aware of too. You can't over damage or under damage. So damage I did was like the bare minimum. If you do like, let's say another quarter of a bar past that, then you're probably over damaging. So if you do over damage, you can back it up. You just have to quick run away from that jump and then do jumps instead of using reflect, because reflect will make him DM. I started duck flare super early here, so this is over. You can't start duck flare in the wrong jump number. You have to make sure your jumps stay 5. Okay, actually might be fine, but don't do this at home. Yeah, see. So you can't do it early. You have to do it at the right time. I do it when my jumps say 5. And then we do the RC when it says 3. The last one when there are none, when you're on the last one.
Where's the fun in this?
Oh, right.
Please, stop me. What? Over and out. Where's the fun in this? Please, stop me.
So right here is where you could swipe. I didn't mean to do an RC. The RC was potentially bad. So that's a lot of extra damage, because I think I did another RC than I'm used to. This is probably like borderline just enough that I don't have to not do reflects. So let's say I over damage there. We have to quick run away like this and then do jumps. So I don't think I did, but I think I was close to over damaging potentially. Like maybe somewhat close. Again, I started duck flare late. Or yeah, I started late that time. We're able to make up for it there. The second Hori Slash I did was like frame perfect, so don't do that unless you can do frame perfect Hori Slash. I didn't do Hori Slash there. That's why he didn't die.
Where's the fun in this? Please, stop me.
I mean, he's fine in other fights, he's just not fast. The reason we use him on Cerberus is because he's fast there. Like, he's pretty good on Hydra. Just not faster. Okay, so that's like a lot of damage. Let me see if this is too much damage. So that was like, I think that was very close to being over damage. But it was still fine with the reflex. And now it's going to be very comfy to kill him. It should be pretty easy to kill him now. I did the duck fair pattern wrong there. I think I did the first RC too early. But yeah, see, because it had so much damage, it was easy. So I think I covered everything there. I would recommend you practice Xaldin. And again, he can swipe. So if he swipes, then you want to guard it, or you want to use a jump on him. You can guard and then press triangle and press X to do a jump. Just keep in mind that that'll add damage. Alright, nothing in this menu. Oops. Alright. We're almost there, guys. Okay, so I could probably write a entire essay, like a thesis, like a 100-page thesis on Riku. This fight really sucks on level 1, and you can die here super easy. Like, you can get basically one shot, get comboed. So at the beginning, we're gonna do a full ground combo into Reflect and then do Trinity, like that. Now, I personally don't like doing the second break, but if you want to be safe, so like right here, he dashed away. Doing the second break makes sense because he dashed away. So I would say definitely do this. I would say you should do the second break every time. It just that it doesn't do much damage and it's pretty slow, but at least it does do damage. So now after this, you can do like an area spiral on him and then go into limit form. Now we're gonna watch what he does. Move away so that you're not too close. Like this is a good distance right here. So the theme about this fight, like throughout this fight, is that you want to move away to about this distance right here, and then watch what he does. So he dashed right there. We can try to do a ground combo and limit. Now we're gonna move away. So revert. At most, you want to do one ground combo and limit form and then revert. If there are rapid thrusters around, then don't do it because you'll get ripple drive. So you can just instant revert in that case. So I move away, see what he does. So he's dashing. So you can dodge it. You'll usually do another attack after a dash, like right here. So this attack, the way you deal with this is by reflecting the bullets and then doing an area dive. I got a slide dash, that's fine. So you don't want to spend too long on the combo because then you won't have time to move away like this. So you're going to react to what he does again. This is best RNG where he does that, and you can just reflect it. Like you dodge the first bit and then reflect the last half. And then ideally you get an air combo. See, I whiffed the hit, which sucks, but it's fine. So he does this again. He's doing this again. So if you time your X presser right, you can get an aerial dive. That's fine. So he's dashing away. Dashing away is bad luck. See, if this happens right there, you can try to get an air combo, but it's much riskier because you won't have time to run away as far. It's like, let's see what he does here. It's like right here, I can do an air combo and then run away. It's just a lot riskier to do it that way. So he's giving me really bad luck here. So he's doing this again. This time we can definitely get an area dive. If you get a speed trap, so you get speed traps randomly. If you get one, you want to use it. Like 99% of the time, you'll probably want to use it. If you're really, really far away, then you probably still want to use it, but only to survive. Because like you can die from the speed trap very fast. I think they like 3 or 4 shot you. So whenever you get a speed trap, you want to use it. The only annoying thing is that sometimes it'll whiff Riku. It does a good amount of damage though, so that whenever you get it on Riku, it's a good thing. So I'm gonna do this again. So this time, see, now that he didn't dash away that time, here's where I would stop and then do like an air combo instead. But again, to be safe, we just do another limit. Go limit. Here's where I'll probably get a ripple drive, so just revert instead. And now we're getting speed trap right away, so we can do this. Now this is like best luck because we were able to reflect and get the speed trap to hit Riku. See, it does a lot of damage to him. So getting both of those is like maximum damage. And this is good luck because he's giving us a swipe. And so you can do an air combo afterwards, one away, see what he does. And now see, I'm doing air combos in between each reflect now. That's ideal. Just that it's risky to do these air combos. Like, you can do like two hit air combos or like single finisher air combos if you want to be safer. But this is pretty good luck. I got really good luck here this time. So that's basically everything you want to know about this fight. If he does the... Hang on. I think I didn't show off one attack here. Hey, Sonner. It sure is, man. So with that Trinity, you definitely want the reflect damage to hit him. That's what we do to Trinity. So right here, I can maybe get a Xant this second. So I was able to get it on my second finisher. I don't know if that was worth it or not. So when he dashes away... So when he dashes away, let's see if he does it. He has a different attack he can do right here. So he keeps doing this attack, which is fine. This is actually best luck out of it. Sometimes he can do a different attack. Or he can do nothing, like he just did right there. So this is what I mean with the rapid adjusters. Like, now that there's a lot of them, it gets really scary. So right here is where like I might do the beginning of the RC just to survive. Because if I didn't, it would have been scary to hit them. So see, guarding is like pretty scary. So I'd recommend you just use the RC. Okay, so after the dash, sometimes you do this attack, the ground slam. And you can just jump reflect it. You can just, right there I could have done a grounded reflect. Usually you'll need to do a jump reflect to get close enough, but this is how you deal with this. So if he dashes away, he'll either do the other attack where he does Dark Faraga, or he does this attack. That attack you can just do a jump reflect to deal with that. So that should be covering all of his moves, I think. You can also do another Reflect Trinity, actually. So it's a good idea to do another Reflect Trinity if he's about to die. So like in that situation right there, Reflect Trinity is enough damage to kill him. I could have done it even sooner. But yeah, doing Reflect Trinity is a good idea, especially if you're going to die as well. Because if you're lucky, you'll get enough drive back to do Limit Form again. And then you can maybe end him off with Sonic Rave. But that's if the fight has gone really haywire. Now in this menu, you're gonna put in Donald and Goofy. And go Wisdom Form. You should always have 3 drive after Riku. Let's do the movement correctly this time. It's the same old movement. Alright, so I'm going to teach you my method of doing this, which has not failed me yet. It might actually fail for the first time today, which should be exciting. So what I do is I immediately target, do a magnet. This is like ASAP, like as soon as you can. Then untarget, do another magnet, and then do Trinity as soon as possible. Like this. So this should kill everything. Yeah. See, that killed everything. I find that to be the most consistent way to kill everything in that fight. If everything doesn't die, you have to just do ground combos. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. In the menu... Okay. In the menu before... In the menu, you're supposed to put Down and Goofy in the party, and then you want to swap over to Decisive Pumpkin in Sora's menu. So you want to have DP after Riku. Alright, have a good night, Trisha. Thanks for being here. Alright, so that's my method of doing this. I haven't actually tried this method yet, but there's another method that other people do now, VG and KBM, where you jump up left this way and then do a Magnet Trinity like this. That probably isn't going to work. Maybe it will. So this is another method that is very consistent, but you'll need to practice it to probably get the position down. Okay, it worked just fine. So yeah, you do something similar to that. That will require you to probably practice that. I mean, you'll have to practice either method, but that method requires good positioning, I believe. This is the bad strat, which I'm just showing you not to do this. We do a single magnet into Trinity. This is like, I mean, this is fine. You can also just do like this into Major Drive like this, and that should kill everything. So this is actually like the safest method. This isn't bad. This is fine. The only thing is that if you're gonna do the single magnet Ultima, then if you don't add Major Drive to it, then it'll probably lose you. You'll probably not kill like half the time, because that strat never works for me if I don't use Major Drive.
Let's go. Wait.
Alright, so you can swap over Genie to Master Form on the way here. I take a step backwards and then do Vicinity Break. That is like, requires good timing. So it requires having good positioning with the backward step and then doing a good timing on the Vicinity Break to try to hit everything you can. And then I reflect as late as possible in case somebody shoots me, like that guy. Then I do a Magnet Finishing Leap into Arcana. And then I use Bash. And now, whatever I'm targeting, I try to hug that and then do a Magnet Arcana, like this. And that tends to work pretty well. That was slightly bad because I had to do the rest, but if that doesn't do enough damage, you can just do another Magnet Arcana. You can just keep doing Magnet Arcanas, and it should be okay. Just watch out for the snipers because they can kill you really fast. Now we're going to dismiss Genie here. Wait, did I ever update the title? I did, yeah, okay. I forgot. Alright. Oh no, I have the wrong Keyblade on. Okay. So what we're gonna do at the beginning here is mash out 2 blizzards. You can time it if you want, that's better. Oh wow. Maybe you do need to time it. I actually haven't felt that. So I mash out 2 blizzards here, and then mash triangle to get the RC. Like this. Now we're gonna let go. And now I kind of wait a little bit and move forward, and then start Duck Flare here. Oh, sorry, no I don't. Okay, so here we're going to do a ground combo with 2 finishers. Then do another ground combo. And then do 2, so we're gonna do 2 hits right here into reflect, and then start Duck Flare like this. And then I'd like to mash out another finisher after we do Duck Flare. Now we're gonna end Duck Flare immediately, do 2 hits into Finishing Leap, and then do Spiral into 2 Hori Slashes, and then 2 finishers if you can land them. Toss 2 Ethers when you land down here. Now you have to wait a while here, so wait for him to move, and then do the RC. To jump. If you jump too early, then Sora won't jump far enough. And now we're gonna target his horn, and then do the RC again. Sorry, we're gonna target his horn and then start Duck Flare again. And then we're gonna end Duck Flare. I like to end Duck Flare immediately. You can do an RC if you want to get extra damage on the side horns, because they both need to die here. Otherwise, you can try to do Vicinity Break on purpose, because Vicinity Break should happen if you do the strat anyway. Oh no. Okay. So this is something that can happen sometimes, is that you get knocked off of Storm Rider. That can happen like throughout the entire fight. Pretty much any combo you do when he's in the air, you can get knocked off. If that happens, it's pretty bad. Like, it depends on how much damage you've gotten. Like, in this situation, it's very bad. So here, I can at least get the Duck Flare. But he'll have a lot of HP. I mean, we can still make up for it with Genie. So, like, what I'll end up doing is, if you end up with extremely bad damage, you can try to get as much as you can here. And then you just summon Genie, because Genie is, like, your best damage output. So he's gonna land right here. And now you can do Genie looping. And you can end the fight this way, if your damage is horrible. You can also do Master Genie, like this, to be invincible during this attack. So that's how I would end the fight if the beginning went, if you missed out on a ton of damage somehow. So we're gonna walk forward, do Vicinity Break into 2 finishers, 2 hits into the Reflect, to the finisher, and then you can do the first finisher there too before the leap. That's probably better. The damage isn't fantastic. You can actually overdamage too, so watch out for that. I've overdamaged before during that. You don't want to damage too much. Like if he's like near the next bar of HP, then that's like overdamage. So if your damage is like insanely good, then probably hold off a bit. Row 2 ethers here. Wait, like I mentioned. And then we instant end up there. Summon Genie. You're supposed to be on top of him still. Never fall off. And now switch Genie over to Wisdom. Now we're going to be doing 2 Wisdom. I like to do 2 Wisdom Genies. The reason for this is because we do more than 2 limits. Then, for whatever reason, your magic doesn't come back during the limit. So, it's hard to get these hits, by the way, because see how I whiffed a ton of hits there. That's annoying. You can try to position yourself to get good hits, but you'll whiff sometimes. So that's really bad damage here. But the reason I didn't do more limits is because if I do more Genie limits, I won't have enough magic for the ending here. So you want to dismiss Genie and then do the RC like that, so that the party members don't get hit by the RC. And then we start Duck Flare immediately. So we have enough magic just barely to do the Duck Flare. And now this might not be enough damage. I target this I target his right horn, the horn to your left, because I find that dive can get more hits that way. I'm not sure if that's actually true, but I find the combo to be better. And then I do a Hori Slash after Spiral here, and try to get 2 finishers. So if I hit that finisher, it would have been fine. I almost got him. When he's at 1 HP, fun facts, he does this every time, so you can end him with the swag kill. The reason that I was under damaged by a lot, because I whiffed 2 different combos and I got hit when I was on top of him. So just try not to whiff as much as you can. And yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's just pretty slow. No problem, Louis. Thank you for thanking me, man. Because it has been a lot of work. And I haven't even started editing it yet. It's just a lot of talking. Which Org the team member could beat the rest in a fist fight? Me?
Maybe that's the
What do you mean for obvious reasons, dude? What are the reasons?
I don't know what's going on, fellas.
Explain yourself. Nope, we don't do Pride Lands at all. We also don't do Olympus 2. Alright, on the last 3 worlds of the world. Of the game. Of the world. Nothing special here, we just do regular movement on the way. Yeah, it is, sir. How do you skip it? To save time? Doing Pride Lands versus not doing Pride Lands? One of them is faster. So, I did this wrong. I mean, you should know this from critical mode. But if you run only beginner, movement here is to do 3 quick runs, summon right here as the shot comes out so that it goes through you when you're summoning. Now on the way here, you want to, I listen to the bullet and hear where it's at. So like sometimes it'll come after you here and you just gotta watch out for it. So you can sometimes get sniped out here. It just comes of practice, knowing how to dodge it. Now what we're gonna do is jump backwards and do magnet limit. Now this will be the same as every category, so I'm not really gonna go over this fight. Sometimes you have to watch out for having enough magic. But having draw on, like, we should be totally fine. Here, he needs bash. Bash is the safest option to kill that guy. See, I have barely enough magic here. I think I missed some MP orbs. But I'm almost always fine here. Otherwise, you have to grab some. Then do limit. So sometimes Mickey will ruin the fight. Also, you don't want to get hit by that, because that will kill you pretty fast. So like, there I had to do the magnet sooner. Which is unfortunate. So like, see, there's 2 enemies now. This is a pretty bad fight. So to recover this... Oh god. You can do another limit like this, because I was about to die. You can also do Genie looping on the last samurai. So you can just do more Hori slash looping.
Let's go.
Did that movement wrong?
Gather. Gather.
Alright, so I'm gonna show you what happens if you get, like, if the fight goes really bad.
Gather.
Okay. I was hoping Mickey would knock them away there. So let's say Mickey knocks one away, right? So like, let's say they're all separated now. Okay, so like, this is pretty bad. See, I only got 1. So, alright, so in this situation, you can do bash, or sorry, you can do Genie looping like this. I actually messed it up. You can Genie loop the rest of them like that to kill them. If it's like really, really bad and Genie's gone, then to be ultra safe, you can probably, like, either you'll ground combo them or you can just use an ether and use Duck Flare. I recommend you use Duck Flare if you have magic. But, like, you have ethers to survive if you're gonna die. But most of the time you keep Genie for long enough that you can at least use Genie for things go bad. Now on the way here, we're gonna equip Whirly Goof, my favorite limit. So the menu here is R1, triangle, and then go up to Tornado Fusion. You need to take off Jackpot to put it on. Everything else is the same here. Now, I'm gonna mention now, Whirligoof is very hard to use in the Golden River was because it adds a limit to your limit menu. So to play it safe, you can just not equip Whirligoof, and what you do here is you do Vicinity Break, and then reflect Magnet Finishing Leap into a fire, and then start up there, like that. So if you didn't have Whirligoof, that's what you do. And yeah, Whirligoof is hard mainly because it makes the menuing harder for Saix. So if you find Saix too hard with Whirligoof, then go ahead and don't use it. It's a pretty like advanced strat. It does save a decent amount of time though. I think it saves like maybe upwards of 5 to 10 seconds. And also it's Whirligoof, it's sick as hell. But the Whirligoof strat here is to do R1 and then triangle, like that. And then use Magnet Whirligoof like this. And this should work. Sometimes it doesn't. And if it doesn't, then you just use the rest of Whirligoof. And you can do a ground combo to clean up. At least everything but one will probably die from that. Now, Axel Fight is also the same as other categories. You just do Vicinity Break, Reflex, Magnet Leap. I like to do a fire, but Axel knocked him out of the way, so it whipped, which isn't a big deal. So go limit the same way. It's the same as the other categories. Should be not too hard. Something to keep in mind is that first of all, the assassins will one-shot you, of course. They'll like pretty much every attack they have will one-shot. So something to do to stay alive here is you don't want to be on Axel when the magnet runs out. Like if they were magneted right next to Axel, you don't want to be this close because they're gonna blow up on Axel. So see, they chase Axel everywhere. So you don't want to be on Axel, and they also all attack Axel. So what I do is that I make sure that my magnet. I just realized I was lied to by somebody. Bro, I was lied to. Someone lied to me. I'm mad now. Anyway, though, it doesn't matter.
Gather. Back off.
Okay. So here's a good situation where I can do fire, and it works out well. So what I was trying to point out, first of all, I don't like doing spiral here. So some people used to do like an aerial spiral. Like you can also do these two hits. I don't like either because there's potential that you'll kill an assassin and then one will spawn right here, and then you'll die to it. So watch out for that. So here's a good situation, right? So when we revert limit, see how they're all right next to Axel? Don't like stand near Axel here because they might just blow up right on him. So they didn't this time, but they could have insta blown up and you would die. So don't stand there. So like right there, for example, you don't want to stand there. So what I do is that when I go limit there, I actually walk away from Axel and then watch to see what happens while targeting them. Also, for that vicinity break, you want to follow Axel and then reflect because, like I said, they go after Axel. So right there, you have to watch where Axel goes to do it. So right here, what I do is I walk away. Like, see, I'm walking away, and now I'm gonna target the enemies, but I'm gonna see what happens because they might have blown up right there. And then we do the magnet leap. So that's how I make sure that I don't die to an explosion there. Now the rest should be fine here. Like, as long as you're reflecting, being next to Axel is pretty risky, but the reflect makes it a bit safer at least. Like, right there, I didn't think I was gonna die. There's definitely, like, still some inherent risk. This fight just sucks. And then you can end the fight with Infinity if you need to. Or you can end it with just Limit Form. Yeah, this fight is pretty annoying. So, dying there is common from like random stuff. And here we are, the world that never was. There's no water. Which of the org members do you think is the best cook? Anyone can cook. Two whole egg whites and pour the milk that shall give our dish a spectacular flavor. I think Xemnas knows how to do cereal. Alright, I'm gonna BRB first before we do the rest. I'll BRB real quick. Oh no, you can hear me still. Alright. You think he's a spice guy? Oh, wait, pizza guy. Spices. Yeah, okay. Alright, everyone. Alright, so now we're under what the number was. There are literally like dozens and upon dozens of strats here. This I 100% recommend that you join the Speedrun Discord, and if you're not okay with any of the strats I show you, you can look for easier strats, you can probably look for harder strats, you can look for in between. I'm not going to be able to go over everything. There's going to be resources that I link in the description, but I recommend that you talk to people and ask like what they recommend you do. I mean, this is level 1 though, so you're in for like, you know, you're in hard mode, so we're gonna do the hard stuff. Go wisdom on the way here, like normal. And first of all, I'll show you the easy, ultra, baby, super easy strat. If I can remember how to do it. I think I remember how to do it. So you do reflect into ground combo with finishing leap. You flash chip, thunder, reflect, guard break. You have to delay the guard break. Do it again. Delay the guard break. Do it again. Throw an ether on this one. So you have to throw an ether on the third one. You can only do 3 before you run out of magic. Now we're gonna do flash step, blizzard. Oh, sorry. Let's do that again. So when you throw this ether, you do blizzard, thunder, and then do it again. So we're gonna do it twice with blizzard. Blizzard is to add more revenge value because we lost revenge value there. And now right here, what we're gonna do is watch what he does. Reflect into Trinity Limit. Now, if he does a long combo, you can guard it and then reflect Trinity, or you can reflect Trinity and then catch him with the second break. So you did a full Trinity Limit here. Flash step into limit. I think this isn't... Okay, I think you need to do another ether, actually. This might not be enough damage. Oh, maybe it does work. Okay. Alright, so this Ultra Baby strat requires 2 ethers. We do a full ground combo with the second finisher being a leap. Flash step, thunder, reflect, guard break. Repeat this 3 times. So you have to you can't mash your guard break too fast, or else you get a fast stagger. And once that happens, it's pretty hard to recover. You just have to watch what he does. That was like a pretty good stagger. Ether, blizzard, thunder, reflect, guard break. We're gonna use blizzards from now on. Do 2 of these. We're gonna throw another ether after the second one, and then repeat the process again. And now we're gonna do a reflect. So when he does long combo, we can reflect into Trinity. And we should be able to catch him with either the finisher or with the second break. What you should do is Trinity as soon as you can. So like Trinity like right away after reflect, because that was a bit late for me. Otherwise, if he does the spin attack, then it's really easy. But if he does that attack, then you can either do it super fast to catch him on the second break, or you can do it. You can wait and guard it, and then try to start the Trinity like much later, so that you can catch him at the end. I don't recommend this strat because it uses 2 ethers though. So then we go limit form, do a full ground combo into ours, and then we do another combo into ours. I think the actual way to do the strat is to skip one of the skip one of the combos from the loop earlier, because I see how I'm over damaged by a lot. I could do a lot more damage. So I think the strat requires you to do 6 of the loops instead of 7. And then you do what I did there. But either way, I'm not a big fan of that strat because of the ether usage. So now I'll show you, this is going to be what we refer to as F&F, where we do, so this you might have learned on crit or beginner. You do 2 finishers with the second finisher hitting him. Slide dash or flash step, blizzard, and then you want to time your reflect finisher for when the blizzard disappears, like this. And then you either get hit or don't get hit, you have to react to it. So these things you should learn, you should have learned by now. I'm not going to go super in-depth about how to do F&F. Hey, Dripper. What am I doing? Dude, you ruined the run. That's a high Boken. Maybe an AF, dude. So we're gonna do 1 loop here. That's 1. Do another one here. So this is what happens if you mess it up. I went into the limit, but the fight's kind of over now. So what you want to do is do Trinity instead if you can. If you mess up the loop though, it's really, so this is why like the other strat, at least you probably won't die from it. This strat, if you do F&F, if you mess up one of your reflects, so like see how I'm at, I took 1 hit there. I'm not safe from messing up the combo now, because if I mess it up, hang on, try it again. So level 1 has F&F the scariest. So see how I got hit there? To be ultra safe, you would have to potion, because if I mess this up here, see I got put to 1 HP. So if I kept that damage, I would have been dead right there. You want to use an ether right here. Then do 1 more loop. Although you can't be at 1 HP when you do it, or else you die. I mean, ideally on these F&Fs, you don't get hit at all. You time it well enough that you don't take a hit and have to do area recovery. But that's hard, so you should expect to get hit. At least once at the end. So right here, after the second loop, we throw an ether. And again, we're not at safe HP, just keep that in mind. So right here, see I didn't get hit there, which is nice. On the third one, we're gonna do 1 ground combo like this, then do another ground combo like this, reflect into limit form. So I did the limit really early, which means the RV is really high. You want to delay that limit form usage. Then you do 1 combo into R's. Yeah, so I did it way too early. You can't do it that early. So I'll show you how it's supposed to go. That's what not to do. So right here on the third loop here, you do 1 combo, no second finisher, another combo. Now reflect, you want to delay this limit form usage. So like, you want to wait a while before you go into limit. That might have been early a bit still. It should be fine though. A full ground combo into R's now. So he didn't retaliate this time. Now we can do another full ground combo into R's. So this probably, okay, it did kill him. It looks scary, and we'll go over the fight again. But trust me, as long as you did everything right, you get hit auto reflects, you should be fine there. Because you can reflect, or sorry, you can do R's right after that finisher, and you'll be okay. even though you get hit.
Take that. Yeah. Back off. Yeah. Defend. Defend. Back off.
I wonder why I was so good on damage back there. Oh, I do know why, actually.
Take this. Okay.
Okay, so if you whiff the second finisher, this is a backup you can do. You can do an aerial spiral after throwing the ether, and then go back into the loop like this. So you can back it up by adding more revenge value that way. Just keep that in mind. If you do whiff the finisher, you can still back it up, so don't worry about it. It's not over yet. So we have to be really quick with that aerial spiral before you go back into it. So now go limit like this. See, that was a good limit time. I timed it pretty late. Okay, so let's say I get hit here. You can get hit and go into R's. Oh, hang on. That was a bad example. I think I'm... Okay, so... First of all, there is a faster opening where you do it this way instead to go into the loop. And this makes you have less damage for the ending. So most of the time with the strat I showed, you will kill him on the last combo limit form. If you try to speed up the opening like this, then you'll have a lot less damage. Also, something to keep in mind is that you can't reflect Blizzard too early. I take a step and then do it, because otherwise his revenge value would be too low. And then you go straight into a loop like this. The other issue with doing it this way is you have to throw an ether on after the first loop. You have to do it right here, instead of after the second loop. You can probably throw it after the first loop on the other strat too. So we got one more loop to go. I would have pushed in there to be safe, because if you get hit by a laser beam, bad things can happen too. Reflect, run to limit. Alright. So yeah, now we definitely won't kill him. So I just want to show you that it is safe, even if you don't kill him on this finisher. So like, see, that was like the scariest possible scenario. As long as you mashed out R's, it should be okay. Like, it does look very scary. I have yet to see anyone die to that. So I think it's fine. But, yeah. So that's the strat I would probably recommend that you do. There might be an in-between strat that's easier than that one, but not as bad as the first one I showed. But I don't know. I think any strat that will be relatively fast will have F and F in it. So I can show off real quick the strat that I do now. This strat is like really advanced and no one else does it. You do reflect, do 2 finishers in limit. And now the reason this strat is no one else does is because you have to do Blizzardless F and F, which I can do. And if you run beginner mode, you should be able to do too. Okay, if you get hit by a laser, you can still survive. Like, as you can see, we're able to survive here somehow. Oh god. Well, I ended up dying after. Yeah, you can still hit him out of the laser hit and recover the fight, but it's just very hard. Oh, that was weird. Got his ass. Read that from Vulcan. So the benefit to doing Blizzardless F and F is that you can skip using an ether here. So this strat saves an ether, and it is the same speed as the last strat that I showed that used 1 ether. So you use you just save an ether with this strat basically. So this is the same strat. You do 3 loops of that without Blizzard. Only difference was the opening. And then oh, sorry. You need to mash out limit form there because you don't have that much drive. Actually, wait. Okay, I want to make sure.
Take that. Give me strength. Take this. Defend. Defend. This is it. Yeah. Defend. Defend.
Sound effects are going. What am I gonna do?
It's over. Yeah. Defend. Defend.
Oh, I missed the entire reflex worth of damage there. This strat might not work anymore because you need to mash out this limit form. Yeah, so you need to mash out the limit form. I missed an entire reflex finisher, so that was gonna be a lot less tight if I hit that. Even still, this is gonna be pretty risky. But yeah, so you can also do so here if you okay, I messed it up. If you didn't hit level 2 limit, you can get it here instead as well. Hey Joshi.
Let's go. Yeah. Back off. Back off. Yeah. Defend. Defend.
So I believe the first strat that I showed required level 2 limit, the ultra safe strat.
It's over.
None of the other strats require it,
Defend.
but you can obtain level 2 limit here if you don't have it yet,
Yeah. It's over.
which I think would be ideal.
Defend. Defend.
So here we go, we hit auto reflex.
Take this.
So right here, I'm just gonna mash out limit form because you barely get enough drive for it. I actually had a good amount of drive there. So instead of doing the R's here, I could have just done a infinity and done Giga Impacts, and that would have been enough damage. So you can get level 2 limit here, that way. I did the R's out of habit, but you can do infinity right there, and it kills. Let me actually restart the game, so we get effects back, sound back. What are you guys talking about, by the way? Like, Saix is definitely a lean meat, veggie, and protein power type of dude. Shion. Luxine. Wait, Luxine has strong vegan vibes. What? You think Luxine is vegan? Saix would cook
Yeah.
your mom. Oh!
Let's go.
Okay. Sorry. I don't know what that means, dude. Hey, Valen. Yeah, I meant to say your mummy. I think we're just about done with Roxas.
Back off. This is it. Defend.
Oh, I did this wrong. Fuck. Maybe we do this. I wonder if that ruins.
Take that. Give me strength.
Hang on, this might not work. Because it bugs out the game.
Yeah. Defend. Defend. Yeah. Back off. Defend.
So as a rule of thumb, if you get hit twice, I recommend you potion, because at that point, you're at one shot from a laser beam.
Yeah. Take this. Yeah. It's over. Give me strength.
Let's get the limit form. So right here, you do infinity.
Give me strength.
With this strat. And if it doesn't kill, you can dodge roll towards him and use R's to end it, because you'll have like 1 HP. And yeah, that'll get you level 2 limit if you don't have it yet.
Yeah.
Alright. Now the menu here, we're gonna go to customize, put on our elixir. Wait. Am I crazy? Oh, put on, sorry. So the menu here, we're gonna go customize, put on our ether. Ignore the elixir, it's gonna be R1X. Go to abilities, take off, put on slapshot, take off facility break. 2 R1s and 2 down presses, you get to draw. Put on a combo master. And then put on to become 1. Go on to form twice. So that menu is like pretty similar to other categories too. Some people like to play the whole game with ethers. I mentioned before, you can have whatever customize you want.
Gather. Gather. Give me strength.
Put on Hero's Crest before Xigbar. In that menu right there. And then we're gonna buy ethers. So here's where you gotta look at your ether count. So the bare minimum ethers that you need is 8. Counting Riku's. So if you have 6 with stock plus Sora and Riku, with stock plus Sora, and then you add 2 from Riku, that's 8. So I always add 2 to whatever number I end up with here from stock and Sora. So so you need 8 for the rest of the game. We get 2 from Riku. If you only have 8 though, then you have to save. You have to use 0 ethers on Luxord, and I believe you have to use 0 on Xemnas as well. Let me think. Oh no, you don't. You have to use 0 on Luxord if you have 8. And if you have 7, you have to save 1 on Xemnas. So it's actually it's more like 7 that you need, because you can save 1 on Xemnas. Ideally, you have at least 1 for Luxord. Like, 1 is really all you need for Luxord. You can have 2. If you have, like, you should at least have 7 plus Riku's. Like, that should at least always happen. If you use, like, way too many, again, you save 1 on Xemnas. And after that, you're gonna have to start saving them on, like, Saix. So you can also save 1 on... Probably the first thing you would do is save 1 on Final Xemnas. So you would die at the start of Final Xemnas instead of using an Ether and Armor 2. After that, you have to probably save it on Saix. But yeah, so we have a lot of Ethers here, which hopefully isn't too uncommon with whatever route you do. And then also make sure to grab the Elixir, of course. Alright, so Xigbar is going to be the same as... I believe both beginner and critical mode do this strat, so you shouldn't have to worry about this. Your damage is going to be worse than beginner. I think it's about the same as crits. Oh, it's going to be slightly yes than crit, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's the same strat, so you just start the flare. 2 finishers. I dive and then start rocket flare like immediately. I think I did that wrong, but it's okay. You can recover it in a few ways. So, like, our damage is pretty bad here. Keep in mind that when you go into a form and knock the bullets back, that adds revenge value, because the goal here is to not stagger with that first finisher and also revert before the end of that finisher. The reason we do that is because if you don't do either of those things, then you add revenge value. And we're waiting for his RV to drop to 0. Because if it doesn't drop to 0 before this next combo, then he's going to break out preemptively. So Donald is likely to die, so you can clear him. And again, you can not have Roller Goof if you're not comfortable with it, but this fight, it's not too hard, I think. So I think I'm under damage here. That's why I do that combo. And I had to do a frame purgatory there to save that. It's fine. So I'm not gonna go that in depth on Xigbar, because that strat is probably one of the easiest throughout what it ever was, and it's gonna be the same across categories. Now we're gonna go Wisdom here. Alright, moving on to Luxord. Luxord is a trip. Oh, I didn't realize the pin message is still here. I don't need this. Why did this happen? Help! Dude,
The first to run out of time is the loser.
what happened to the game?
A challenge, is it?
Here we go. Yeah, that was weird.
The first to run out of time.
This
is
isn't the time I'm getting. You have to add like 8 hours to it.
the loser.
Alright, so jump backwards. I jump backwards like ASAP. Now I kind of wait for Sora to like rock forwards a bit, and then I jump forward. And if you're... So I did that pretty well. This should be fast enough. I'm mashing out the jumps now to skip that. So this is like the quick beginning, where we do it like that, and then we go straight into the combo. So that is the fast die strat.
Don't squander your.
I'll try to go over it one more time.
The first to run out of time is the loser.
So I'm holding forwards now, like my impetus play, and then I'm like waiting for sort of nudge forward a bit, and then you just want to time this first one as fast as possible, and his next jumps have to be really fast. So you have quite a bit of leeway to get it, but it's fine if you don't want to do that, because if you get hit by the minigame, you are dead. Like, there's nothing about it. Nothing you can do about it. You're just dead. I mean, I guess you could maybe do Trinity Limit if you're fast enough.
The first
Or, like,
to run
reflect
out
it, I mean.
of time is the loser.
Yeah, here's the slower strat. You just do, like, you do the same thing. You hold forward. And then you just do this. You move this way, and then you move backwards. Like that. And then right here... Yeah, same combo. Now, you want to do a leap on this. It's going to be the same as other categories. Aerial Spiral. Do another leap here. Now, if he jumps... if he retaliates early... So he retaliated early here. Sometimes you have to do a spiral first and then chase him. We don't know why this happens. I think it has to do with, like... how fast... Like, it depends on... It's a timing issue, I'm pretty sure. If this happens, you just have to react to it. Reflect, hit, oh, I did the first reflect too late.
The first
So
to
don't
run
do
out
that.
of time is the loser.
Just do RSR there. Like snapshot reflects. Or flash step if you have to. So show with the fast beginning. Oh, I did the wrong thing there. Okay. Thank you, Prospect. I appreciate it.
First to run out of time is the
Thank you
loser.
very much. So hi, Glenn. No, I skipped him. I did a skip.
A challenge, is it?
Back off.
I did a Xigbar skip.
Back off.
So sometimes that will happen. If this happens, it's actually not that big of a deal. Because you can get more cards like that. And like, this wasn't that slow. So, I mean, this, like, it's recoverable if you mess up the opening, just so you know.
Look closely.
Yeah, I've been doing the tutorial assuming that you've run the game before. Because I think you should not do this as your first run. So I'm not really re-explaining stuff that is similar to the other categories. And Xigbar is the same on, like, everything.
The loser. A challenge, is it?
Take this. Yeah.
I would say this opening is very hard. So if you've been doing it on the other categories, then good job. Because this strat is very hard. Probably one of the hardest parts of the Winter was. So yeah, this is correct. And now right here you want to do either a magnet or you can do a finisher like that. So I mistimed my combo. So these air combos you're going to be doing are very hard to time. They're super tight. So the difference between this and critical mode is they're gonna do a reflect slap shot, then do an air combo with 2 finishers like that. And then if he does a minigame, you do another finisher and then do the same thing. Repeat. So if he cards, now you can either see where he cards, you can do a reflect and then slide dash if you want to be super risky. You can just do an air combo like this and then do a magnet for the like do a jump magnet after the first finisher instead of doing the second finisher. Because the second finisher you can only do if he's on the ground by the time you do it. So right there, he was on the slope, so I knew I couldn't do it right there. So that's like the ultra safe way of handling it. So let me show it again. Well, see, I got hit this time, so I couldn't do much about it. But like, if you're afraid of the cards, you can just do this. Let's see here. You'll give me cards again, right? Yeah, so if you're afraid of the cards, you can do an air combo with 1 finisher, then do a magnet like this. And that'll suck in the cards at least. You also want to watch out for your health, because like, I'm only like 2 hits from dying, I think. So, taking the DM when he's at this amount of HP, like right when he can DM, so about here, this only loses like 2 or 3 seconds to the DM skip. So, it's really not that bad, and this is the only thing that you actually need level 2 limit for. So, if you don't have level 2 limit, then just take the DM. And like, it's not a big deal, you only lose a few seconds. So DM skip isn't that good on level 1. Like, it's definitely faster, but in that situation, it really wasn't that bad. So I'll show you how to get the DM skip. Oh, so you can do an aerial dive like that. I don't like doing that because it's a bit scary, but that's the thing people do. So yeah, keep in mind, this is the biggest thing to keep in mind, is that when you're doing these air combos, to stagger him, like, so instead of doing the safe way, you can do this. Now, if you're doing this, you can't, like I said, he has to be on the ground. So if I was hitting him downwards, this would make him retaliate again. So you have to watch out for that if you're going to do it that way, because that is faster. And so here I can do RSR, because I got the cards. Like, that's like the quickest way of doing this. The cards are next to me, and he did minigame when I did an area spiral. So, yeah, so out of the look closely attack too, you can also do that. There's just like a lot of different methods of staggering him. The most important thing is that he doesn't go underground. That's the most important part. Minigames are always better to do. So I'll show you the DM skip. See, I started the DM skip like really early. You want to start it with like a reflect. Like basically you want to start the Trinity when he's around his health by doing reflect in the Trinity. Or like ideally you get an attack right before he DMs, then you can reflect it and go into Trinity. Right here, I didn't have that, so this is going to be really bad. But if you go for the DM skip when he has a lot of health left, like this, you do an Ether and then Rs, and then do 2 hits, do another Rs, and you're not going to have drive at the end of this, but that's fine. 2 hits, another Rs. Yeah, so actually I would have drive if I finish in here. So that's a strat. If you do the DM skip like super early like I did right there. Ideally you don't do that because that's not that fast. Thought I died there. Surprised. Wow. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, instead of doing a jump, you can do this too. I forgot to mention that. So you can do a guard break into an air combo. But that is hard, because again, you have to be really fast. You have to be quick on your air combo. Oh, it's really good luck. Yeah, so right here, for example, I can do guard break into an air combo like this, which is maybe a bit riskier. So reflecting the Trinity, so even here, I had to start the DM skip like in a pretty bad spot, but at least I have a bit more damage than last time. So here's the quick DM skip. You do one hit to get him on the better stagger, like you stagger him so he's landing on his feet. Now we do a ground combo into R's, and we're gonna do another ground combo into R's after, like this. So this is the quicker DM skip. This one is a lot more worth it. Yeah, I mean, I had enough damage there, even. I thought I was under damage, but it was fine. So yeah, I would say go for that one most of the time, unless you know that your damage is really bad. Because it also saves the ether. And now we're gonna equip monochrome, so it's R1 down 1. Get monochrome. So remember to equip monochrome. This is an easy menu to forget. You have to have monochrome for Saix. Anyway, that's if you're doing Duck Flare strat. If you have Peter Pan, then use Peter Pan, and you can use Peter Pan and save 2 ethers. So Peter Pan is the baby strat. I won't be going over that. But if you want to save ethers and you want to have an easy fight, you can do that. I've already messed this up, so let me show you a better method. So Dano dying is an issue on this fight. So to prevent him from dying, I wait until he's about to like power up, and then I quick run behind him like this. And now I guard, and Dano almost always will dodge it like that. So that should happen every time. If you time the quick run right. I mean, it's not that hard. Like, even if you time it wrong, usually Dano will survive. Now we just have to like move him away from Dano like this. And that should prevent Dano from getting hit. So now he's at full HP. That makes the rest of this way easier. So definitely practice that and get Dano to not get hit there. If he's dead, you're gonna have to potion him before the Duck Flare, which is pretty hard. So we're gonna do a reflect into a ground combo, and then end Duck Flare and do 5 aerial spirals. Or maybe you can do 6 too, actually. And then you do a full ground combo, and let's redo this fight because we didn't preset wisdom. So I'd recommend before the fight even begins. There's a lot to do here, okay? So you have to preset Duck Flare, preset wisdom like this, quick run behind him, and then guard. So that's like ideal that you get all of that done. If you don't, it's not impossible, it's just that you have to remember that you haven't preset it. But it becomes way easier if you preset everything first. Let's go over the opening again. We want Dano to be alive, so we're gonna quick run behind him. We're also gonna preset Duck Flare and Wisdom. So now they're both preset. Make sure you're on the limit menu. Prevent him from taking damage there. Now we're gonna use a magnet to make him retaliate when he lands. Reflect Duck Flare. Now, I think I do 6 spirals usually. Yeah, then you can even do another hit, but that's no, I wouldn't recommend the other hit. Just 6 spirals.
Do you feel it? The moon's power.
Ooh, the duck. You're a duck, man. I'm sorry, that was mean. So hi, Haru. I forgot if I said that. Okay, so we're gonna do 6 spirals on this Duck Flare. Full ground combo. Mash out Wisdom as soon as you can. This is why we preset it, because if it's not preset, you can still do it. You just have to be really, really fast. Because you want to go Wisdom as he's in the air. If you do it when he's on the ground, it'll ruin the strat. So do it when he's in the air like this, because you want him to have the super armor. Now reflect. You can just do a regular shot like this, and then reflect again, or you can do Thunder or Blizzard. Those are better, but shot is easiest. Revert. Sorry, revert. This is to revert and do RSR, but I pause, so it's harder. We're gonna revert into RSR there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I think this is still fine. So shoot, revert here. Alright, so the problem there is that he didn't give me the fast retaliation because I didn't get the guard break from the combo before. And that's why everything needs to be done correctly, because you want to get a fast retaliation right there. I don't think the strat is necessarily over if you don't. But you want him to retaliate right there very quickly. So we do this, wisdom, reflect, shoot, reflect. Revert right away, reflect. So he does a fast retaliation. Reflect, revert, and then do RSR. And now we're going to start duck flare, and then throw an ether, and then end duck flare. I did a guard break by mistake, but I mean, it doesn't matter that much. Then we do 4 aerial sparrows, throw another ether, and now I delay this a lot. So I like wait quite a bit, because you can wait a long time. The reason I wait before doing this magnet is because Donald won't die if you do that. Oh god. So yeah, I delayed that magnet a lot. But you can do it earlier and then do the magnet reflex. And then go straight into duck flare. So Donald should, if Donald's at full HP at the beginning, then it should be fine. Like, he shouldn't die there, but if he's at low HP, then it's going to be scary. So you can also potion him before doing the magnet there. Oh god. Oh hey, Spix. Wake up! So what you want to do there is RSR, start duck flare, and then ether, and then end duck flare like this. That's ideal. That's where you're trying to get there. And then yeah, so ether, and then you can do this early. I like to delay it a bit to prevent Donald from getting hit, because he's far away from Donald now. So Donald didn't get hit from that. And then start duck flare, and yeah, so we do 3 duck flares in this fight. You have a lot of extra damage, so you don't usually have to worry about damage. And this is where having Vertigoof makes it a lot harder, because you have to move down to duck flare. So, I mean, you can definitely get it with practice, because there's a lot of fights that require fast menuing. But that one requires a lot of menuing. So, definitely I recommend presetting everything beforehand. So preset duck flare and preset wisdom form. Now we're going to take Riku's ethers. If you have enough ethers, then you don't have to take them. I like to take them every time. Now we're going to put on Decisive Pumpkin on Sora, and then put on the elixir. What's all the commotion? Wake up! Have you studied? Have you been paying attention in class at all, dude? Alright. Shut up. What do you mean beginner? No, you added the today part. Because it's 3 more words, not 2 more words. Alright, so make sure you have Decisive Pumpkin on for Xemnas. Xemnas is the same as the other categories. And now, I'm going to show you, if you want to save an ether on this fight, I'll show you here. So, I'll show you the way that you should do it, and then I'll show you the way to save an ether. First of all, I'd recommend that you move your menu over the limit. So see how it's on the limit side of the menu, so that if anything bad happens, you can go straight to Trinity. If it's over here, you don't want to go limit form. You want to go into Trinity if you're going to die. So we're going to do RSRs. We do 2, and then we do 3, and then we do 4. So we do 4 of these. And then on the 4th one, you get the guard break out. You can delay it to get this extra combo. It's like you want to delay your guard breaks so that you can get the stagger, and he doesn't teleport away. Now here's where I'd recommend you throw to Ether, except not right there. I recommend you throw it before you do the combo.
Come closer.
Done. Blankety, blankety, blank. I drew my console before the combo. Now you go to your room and think about what you've done. Okay, so here is where I'd recommend you throw the Ether. I actually recommend you throw it. I should have thrown it before I started that combo. I could have thrown it on the guard break. But you just want the Ether done now, because he can do this. This is exactly why I want the Ether. Because if he does this, he can do this combo. So I moved backwards to get a slide dash, which parries on him. Then we can do an RSR. I messed up the RSR. So you can do RSR and then let it reflect after with the second reflect finisher. Then you can go into Trinity limit. And if you get all of the reflects to hit, then you can get enough damage to start the ending to get building skip. So see, this is enough damage right here, even with missing 1 reflect. So this is like pretty good luck, but that was only possible because I threw the Ether early. Otherwise I wouldn't have had enough magic. So that's why I recommend you throw the Ether early. But you don't necessarily have to. It's just that if you get that RNG, then you're gonna have to react to it and then either guard it or throw the Ether afterwards. That's just one scenario you can get. Probably at least, I think I said it like maybe 4 times I counted. Do not do a shot minigame with this tutorial. Why would you call it a minigame? Anyone want to do any of those drinking minigames? Has anyone done any alcohol minigames? I think they're pretty fun. I could use some alcohol right now. I'm just kidding. CJ has? She did a minigame. She did a couple minigames. Oh, one thing to note is that I delay when I jump, and I do a really high jump to get the Saix combo. Because you have to time it and position well. So the positioning should be the same as other categories, but because you don't have high jump, I kind of wait a bit longer, I'm pretty sure. So right here is where you throw the Ether. Ether, and now we do the combo. So that's what you're supposed to do there. Finishing leap. Oh, it's giving me the same RNG. So if this happens, see, I knew I would be fine, but if you get hit too much, you can just go straight into Trinity like this. And now, even though you're out of MP, you still don't go limit yet. I would say only go limit when he's below 2 bars, because that's enough damage. Only if you have limit 2. If you have limit 1, then he needs to be at about 1.5 bars. And then you have to do R's, combo R's. So keep that in mind. But even in this situation, see, it's still okay, because I can go limit now. So that's fine. And you can get the skip here, if you just do R's right there. Come closer. Alright. Now I'll show you how to do this if you don't have... Oops, I messed up. Okay. I'll show you how to do this fight if you need to save an ether, which might happen every now and then. The fucking minigame, dude. It's not a minigame. So if you whiff that, it's kind of fine, but you gotta be really fast on reflect, because I barely got it in time. So you gotta be really fast. Be careful about that. So if you need to save the ether, let me show you. So we only have like one more RSR. This is still like winnable. So like, we can do one more right there, and then we just do Trinity right here. So he's in a bad spot, but that's fine. Now, I'm gonna quick run this way, because Trinity sends him in the direction that I'm facing. So like that, and there. So like, if you need to save the ether, it's not bad if you have limit 2. If you don't have limit 2, then saving the ether would be a bit harder. You can just play him casually a bit by guarding his attacks. I'd say saving Trinity is good though. Like, instead of using Reflex as your last MP, you should probably use Trinity. And then the 2 combos into R's should get him. That's Xemnas. Otherwise, he's pretty similar to the rest of the categories. One thing to mention is that you can do RSRs until he's at like 1.2 bars of HP. Like, it's pretty close to the last HP bar. So, like, even at 2 bars of HP, you can do another RSR, and then wait for him to teleport, and then do another RSR, and then Trinity. So that works. So his HP bar, like, you just want to do it below 2 bars and above like 1.1 bar, pretty much. Still call them minigame? They're not minigames. Hey, Geek. How's it going, Geek? Hello, Geek. What's up, Geek? Hey, Geek. How's VG Master doing, man? I'm gonna check on him. Check on my buddy here. Wow. Okay. GG Master. Wait, CG Master, okay. Alright, into final fights now. So, the amount of ethers you need for this fight, for everything onwards, is 5. You need 5. If you have 4, it's winnable. You just need a Death Abuse on Final Xemnas. So it's actually still fine if you have 4. But you definitely want 5. So at least 4. Definitely aim to have 5. A lot of this will be the same as other categories too. So just stand in a corner, use Magnet. If you let Riku have an ether, then he would throw one right here, ideally. And then you can use more magnets instead of having to not use a magnet. I usually don't have that happen. I don't aim to have his ether. So I just do this. You want to have one magnet for the next core engine thing. Then go into Master. Then you want to use 1 magnet in Master form. Use 1 magnet in Master form, don't use any more. So I'm gonna teach you the whirligoof strat. If you want to learn the Trinity strat, then you can learn it from other tutorials, because I know plenty of them have gone over it. The Trinity strat is the same, because you have the drive. I believe everything after, yeah, it should be the exact same as the other categories. I'm pretty sure Trinity is the same. So if you want to do a Trinity strat, which is a lot easier, then I recommend you do that. You learn it from other tutorials. So this is whirligoof. I want to hit everything in the combo and master form here. So I'm falling, and then I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna try to time my combo to hit everything here. So right there, that's pretty good, because I'm hitting everything. Then I do 3 hits, and then do a thunder, like that. And now, if you want to use an ether here, then you need 6 ethers. So the easy way of doing this is to use an ether right here, throw a magnet, use an ether, and then throw another magnet, and then do whirligoof like this. So that's the easy way of doing this. I believe so I had to clean up an assassin here, or sorry, a creeper here, that's fine. I believe that happened because I missed so much damage on the assassin. Ideally, they all died to that. So we'll go over it again. Wait. Hold on. Hey, just someone who's not dead. What? How did Goofy parry that? I'm actually mad. How does he parry that? Okay. So I magnet pretty early. So magnet right here. Drop a lot. Then right here. So I got them all clumped up now. 3 hits into a thunder. So that killed like everything. Now, again, the safe strat is to do that. Throw an ether. Throw another magnet, and then do whirligoof like this. I think it's important that you're targeting. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter too much. I think you want to target something at least when you start the whirligoof, like with lock on. So that's the easy way of doing that. That requires another ether. So then you'll be using 6 ethers when entering final fights. Please kill. So let me show you the way that I do it pretty often, which won't always be that good. So here I missed out a lot of damage. So this definitely won't kill everything. But I do a full hop, wait for sword to fall a bit, and then do a magnet whirligoof like this. So that killed almost everything, and that was fine. The important thing is that you go into the middle of the room, do a full hop, and then as you start to fall, like the moment you start to fall, you throw a magnet and then do whirligoof. And that works really well for me. And that saves the ethers, so then you can enter final fights with 5 ethers. Now we're gonna do the oh sorry, we didn't throw the ethers here. So use 2 ethers. You use 2 ethers here. I believe like beginner mode. Might be wrong about beginner doing that. So here, yeah, again, just one creeper to clean up. It still saves time over Trinity. So now we throw 2 ethers. Now we're gonna swap him over to Master during that second. After doing the first Genie cancel, we're gonna go over to Master during the next 2 Hori Slashes. I mean, this is the same as other categories again. You can go pretty far back and still be fine here, so I would find that it's better to go farther than it is closer to the Berserker. Because most people start that magnet too close to the Berserker, so you want to be farther back. Now here, I like to target this assassin, then dismiss, and then target him again like this, and then do Trinity. Because that lines you up so that I'm standing in front of the core now, and the Trinity, the ultimate does a lot of damage, so I can just instantly end it like this, and it works. Whereas, if you don't target that assassin, then you'll be in a different spot when you're doing the Ultima, and you have to walk to the core to get damage on it. So So now we go Valor form. It's actually faster to do an air combo and then start duck flare. The way that I do it is with the full ground combo like this. That gets a lot of damage, and then I start duck flare. The air combo is faster, so I'd recommend you watch. I believe KBM does that. And then when it's at about 1.5 bars like this, is when I start to do. I end duck flare and then do dives and spirals, like that. And now a cool thing you can do, if Donald's gonna die, you can go into Wisdom here to get magic back to prevent him from dying, because he needs to be alive. I don't know what happened there. Help! Help! Help me! Help me, Louis! What the hell? I'm kidding. It's fine. Alright, see you, Louis. Thanks for being here. Alright. No helpers? Dude, we took off... I removed the thing. What in the duck? Yeah, I got a weird thing because of the retry mod I have. I think anyway. CJ, you're behind. We're on final Xemnas. Ha ha ha. Final Bemness? Final who? Oh no! I'm watching VG lose his entire run. I'm actually so sad now. Dude. What the fuck does that mean? Tutorialize him? Dude, what is that? Threats? Should be a good Wordy Goof right here because it got hits on everything. Yep, so that's ideal. Is that Wordy Goof kills everything. Then Bro Ethers, Summon Genie. So here we go. Yeah, so I target this assassin on purpose. And then doing the 2 magnets to do Trinity, and then I stand right here and we just smash out the ending. You can do a guard break there before going to Valor. Be a bit faster to get more damage in before. Usually it takes 1 RC after. So like right here, for example. Okay, they didn't come down, but yeah, maybe going Wisdom would be better to keep your character alive. All right, Revert. This is the same as Crit, I'm pretty sure. So reflects, snapshot. Yeah, reflects, snapshot, reflects. Guard break, delayed guard break. Elixir, start duck flare, reflects. I did it. Okay, I didn't do it right. Again, this is the same as Crit. I don't think there's anything different about this. So, recommend you watch a Crit tutorial. But we'll just go over it briefly. Reflect, hit, reflects. Late guard break, elixir, start duck flare, reflects, hit. Reflect that. Reflects. Oh no, he died. Okay. Let me just show. Let me show this off. Well, I actually don't know what I did wrong there. I forgot now. Dude, what is that? Okay, so you know he doesn't do the swing there. And then we do, yeah, so now we do reflex. Duck flare during the guard break and then do leap. Yeah, this is how I do it usually. So that's how I do that combo. Again, with Whirly Goof, that's gonna be harder. So keep that in mind if you're doing Whirly Goof. And now Dragon Xemnas is the same. It's the exact same as crit. No, I'm in a loop! I'm in a loop! What do I do? What do I do? Help! Help! Help me! Help! Help! What do I do, man? Why'd you say hold on? Someone hold him? Oh wait, what was the C mode? Dude, what the fuck is this? Sag? Like a Sag? Oh no. Dude, I'm gonna delete that emote right now. God, we have to redo everything again. I'm mad. Where's the remove dragons in this mod? Can I do that? I really wish I could do that right now. That's fine.
Let's go.
Wait, are you not like at home or something, CJ, or what? Oh my god. What do you want to play in KH2 though? Are you actually gonna do a beginner run? Traveling around for the week? Oh damn. I hope that you have fun. Treat it like a vacation for your academic accomplishments. Switch was so frustrating. One of the most frustrating things I've ever done in my entire freaking life is getting to endgame with the Switch version. Dude, it was so annoying. What do you mean yes, man? Oh no. What is it? Theo's Geekman? Someone post Theo's Geekman. Wow, that was so. Oh, okay. That was pretty good.
It's over. Let's go.
Man? No, don't. Man, Geek feels. What? Yeah, Geek really does feel. This is fine, I guess. God damn it. Oh shit. Man, Geek feels hungry? Is he? You think so? How'd the thing not come down? That was weird. Oh my god. His inputs are freaking crazy. Yeah, that's a perfect armor 1 example. Actually, just perfect right there. That's how I do it anyway. There are different ways of doing that. I'm not going to be teaching anything about dragons in this. It's the exact same as crit. Even the same as beginner, actually. Like, the only difference is that, like, between beginner and crit is that you die faster. The difference between crit and level 1 is that, nothing. You die the same speed, so I don't believe there's anything you have to worry about here. Hey, Yeet. Yeet is the villain. Yeet is the villain. Love. Made with love. You ever think about how things are made with love? Oh wait, I didn't add the emo. What is this shit? Hang on. What is this stupid emo? I'm sorry, it's not stupid. Oh my god. Ow. TJ doesn't know. I'm just kidding. I think that was mean. I think love is Grandma's cookies. The meeting is adjourned. Dude, what are they freaking talking about? Y'all like cheese? What? Dude, that's not a request. I'm fucking taking it, beach. What happened on Xaldin? Alright. Armor Xemnas 2. Slide dash. This is the same as other categories. Do the finisher cancel to get the extra guard break. Recommend you throw a potion if you're not at full HP. You want to be at full because the laser shield will kill you if you're not at full. It does like 95% of your health. We're just gonna do reflect. This would be normal. Here, you want to stagger him. Like, you want to get to this HP amount before he's staggerable, just to make it really fast. What I did right there is fine. It's got to hit the HP gate right there. Now remember the range value lowers as we keep going. So ideally, you actually trigger the swipe in the air by moving forwards more. I do it safely like this. So I do it very safe. I wait here until he swipes. And then I do reflect and do this. And then I do a third finisher like in first phase. And now, 2 finishers here. Now right here, you're gonna dodge roll backwards to make him do another swipe. And then do this. Because it's a little bit faster than the barrier. It saves like half a second. Now, I do the quick building thing here, where you just mash circle. I find it best to just keep mashing aerial dodge the whole time. This should be good enough. If you want to be ultra safe, you can do reflect and then press triangle, but I find that's honestly like scary in its own way. Now last phase, I don't think it really matters too much if you get swipe. Just react accordingly. Remember his revenge value is super low, so we got barrier this time. Like, ideally you get swipe, but it's not a big deal. After 2 finishers, you'll always retaliate, because he's in last phase. So, oh, I lied to you, sorry. Almost always. But yeah, throw the ether before you kill him. So that's the ether you can save. If you need to save another ether here. Because you need 2 Xemnas, you need 2 ethers for final Xemnas. So if you see in your customized menu that you don't have 3 ethers when you're starting armor 2, then you'll have to save 1 here. If you have 3 ethers in your inventory, then you're fine to throw that ether there. You need 2 for this fight. So I'll just show you the easy way of doing this. If you want to learn Dancing with the Devil, you can. Just do the regular reflect sequence, which you should know by now. I don't know it actually, I don't know it by now. So let me show you the baby strat here.
Hate are supreme.
So that one you don't reflect, you reflect here. Reflect here. Reflect on this one. 2 reflects at the end. So to be Ultra Baby, so, okay, let's redo this. Bubble blowing baby. Do you have any bubble blowing babies?
Are supreme.
So the Ultra Baby strat is to do this and then just reflect and then do session like this. So you don't have to worry about what attack he does. Just go straight into session. And then when he comes back down, you do X, triangle, X. Remember to alternate. You need to alternate or else you skip one of your attacks. So I do triangle, X, triangle. You want to do 2 triangles here because they're stronger. Get as much damage as you can. And you can do a full ground combo. Now we can go into limit form. Watch what he does. So here, you want to stay away and then do R's when you enter limit. So now we're going to do the regular ending on final Xemnas. And then this is the way I do it. If we get throw, then we can repeat the same thing. So I started, because I did the baby strat, I didn't do enough damage, I think. This is going to be very under damage. Oh no, it's fine, okay. So yeah, if you do the baby strat that way, then it's going to be very hard to kill him right there, but he'll probably have like 1 HP. So that's fine. That's a fine way of doing it. Oh, thank you for the raid, Sora, the Saix. Thank you for the raid, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hope you guys had a good stream. Sorry, hope you guys had a good stream. I'll be ending my stream very shortly because I've been going for a while and we're at the end of the tutorial.
Anger and hate.
So that's the baby strat and final Xemnas. And honestly, if you've made it this far in the level 1 run, I don't blame you for doing this as safe as possible. Let me show you the hard strat. So first of all, this is Dancing with the Devil. I just mash it now to get that ground combo. That ground combo is the hard part, otherwise it's not that bad. Now here, you can pause buffer. So pause buffer, if you hear vines, you reflect. If you hear the orb attack, then you just fall down. So you pause buffer, see which attack you get. If you get vines, reflect. If you get orbs, fall down. So you can also do this with the baby strat, because then you'll get extra damage here. So here, you can do reflex. You want to get a guard break there, but you can start session now. And now we'll be at a much better place, damage-wise, from when we go limit. So even if we pretend I didn't do Dancing with the Devil, then I could have done the full limit and been at about 4 bars. This is where you want to be when you start limit. So with vines, you just iframe through it and then do R's. Now we continue the same way as before.
We shall go together. Anger and hate.
And so yeah, and then I'll show the ultra hard strat. So this is a really hard strat. So this one you do need to do Dancing with the Devil. I messed up there. I think the game stuttered.
Anger and hate are supreme.
So I might have missed some damage here. Okay. Hold on, let me get this right. Watch him die. Yeah!
Anger and hate are supreme.
Yeah, thank you, Soda Psych. I appreciate it. Dancing with the Beach. There we go. So this is the Dancing with the Devil strat. Once you get the opening right. So he did vines, so he paused before to see what he did. Now you want to get a guard break. If he does the vertical attack, then it's hard to get guard break. Go into Trinity Limit right here. And do an air combo. The first finisher. And this is a bad spot because you're going to go out of bounds, so it's fine. We can just wait. Just wait until he does his attack. And then go into ours. Like this. I'm actually a bit under damage. Because of the RNG that we got. But even with this luck, it's still fine. Because with Dancing with the Devil, you get a lot more damage at the end here. I didn't think that was going to work. Holy shit. Okay, no. I missed a guard break, I think. Yeah, okay. I mean, this is still fine. You can just end with laser phase. That's crazy. I always underestimate where the phase is. Okay, so to go over everything one more time,
Are supreme.
I'll leave this tutorial off with the strat I recommend for Final Xemnas. I recommend you do this the safe way, like this. And then what you do is just pause buffer here. So we did the orb attack. We can just fall. So just fall down. Don't do anything. And now we reflect. Reflects. Try to get a guard break like that. Yeah. If you do an aerial dive, it's fine. Just go into session the same way. And now get him to about 4 bars of HP. So like over 4 bars, ideally. You can even like revert early and then do a ground combo to do it, just to make it a bit faster. Then go into limit, and then the rest is fine. So that's a good amount of HP right there. The difference between this and the fast strat is that the really fast strat with Dancing with the Devil does Trinity Limit instead. And the Trinity Limit is just a lot faster to get damage in. I didn't show it off that well, but I think it's fine, because when you're at the end of a level 1 run, you probably don't want to do that strat. Like, no one does it. And there we go. I think that concludes the tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Again, a lot of things I didn't cover because they're in the other categories, so there are a lot of tutorials that you can look at. But I hope you learned at least something from this. There's a lot of things, so I was inconsistent in what I showed. I'm inconsistent with the safe strats I showed and the safe ones I didn't show, because there are a lot safer strats throughout the run that you can do. So like Peter Pan, for example, it's totally fine to use that. And some of the strats I showed off were quite hard. Like Pete, for example, I didn't show off the easy counter guard Pete. So there's a lot of stuff like that that you can ask in the Discord about or anything. And I always recommend that you watch like lower runners, so lower time runners on the leaderboard. So look at like not the top 3 runs and see what strats they're doing, because they'll probably be better than going for the hard strats. And yeah, I think that's everything. There we go. That's not the time. This tutorial took like 12 hours. So, hope you guys learned something. GG's. Alright.
We did it.
I wouldn't be too sure of that.
Alright, guys. Just enough time for Shig. Just enough time to fucking go to bed, man. Good night.
Sora.
You didn't learn anything, CJ.
Don't say another word.
I do get the feeling that,
It's just not.
I don't know. I'm happy I finally did that. I hope somebody likes...
How can you say that?
I hope somebody actually does
Even
get
if they
value
could
from the
go on.
tutorial.